fun fact. Senpai in this show is voiced by Deku, the same voice actor.
That was one of my fun facts.
Yes, that's why they're white bread.
Yum. I love Wonder Bread.
No.
Which one is the one with the little girl that eats the buttered toast on it?
What?
There's like a brand. It's like in a yellow bag, and it's got a little girl eating bread on it.
I buy Aldi bread.
I eat those foods.
I eat Aldi bread. Fucking Aldi bread went up 12 cents.
Yeah.
How will I live?
I was furious.
Oh, it's the giant
Russia.
It's the Sunbeam Giant brand. That's what it is.
What the fuck?
Here, I'll post it. This is not how it looks like anymore, but it's pretty close. Almost posted in the wrong server.
That would have been funny.
Would have posted it in the
like just random Sunbeam.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yes.
Dang. There's Wonder Bread, classic.
Well, it's called Sunbeam. The loaf is giant.
No. I only find it at the giant stores. And then there's the bread I refuse to eat. The Bimbo.
Not Bimbo bread.
I exclusively eat Bimbo.
That's true. How do you think I get my wonderful physique? I only eat Bimbo bread.
Yeah.
I get it used to be 87 cent.
You're so passively aggressive.
Now it's dollar bread.
Oh no.
God damn Russians.
Well, 99 cents bread, but still.
Yeah. Now I get what is that place that never forgets? What is that company that doesn't forget?
What?
Pepperidge Farm. There it is.
An elephant?
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Bread. Why is that got a
but that's expensive. I don't have $2.50 to buy bread, Pino. Yeah, I have 99
Sometimes
cents.
I want smaller loaves of bread for my small hands, okay?
What do you mean smaller loaves?
Have you ever?
Then why are you paying more?
Because I'm the only one who likes that, so I might as well treat myself sometimes.
You're the only one who likes bread?
No, I'm the only one who likes Pepperidge Farm small bread like this.
Oh, the fucking gross ass whole wheat? Yeah, you're a monster.
No. I like whole wheat. I only get wheat, but I get the cheap ass split top wheat.
I don't trust the ones that say white because
I eat it because it is who I am.
No, because they look like they look too white. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, because it's in a bag inside the bag.
No, I mean inside the bag. Like the bread looks too.
That's why you get store brand white bread.
That's fair.
No, the only good white bread is homemade white bread.
That's true.
No other white bread.
I don't have that kind
acceptable.
of time.
I don't have that kind of time.
Wheat bread.
No.
Yeah, wheat bread's pretty good.
No, it's not. It's 99 cents.
It's too hefty.
It was 87.
But you're a big boy. A big boy's gotta eat.
I gotta eat a lot of white bread.
Big boy.
I go, yum, 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 yum. White bread.
Is our segment just going to be us talking about white bread?
I hope so. That's actually this whole episode.
Dude, shout outs to white bread.
Oh.
No, our opening bit.
No, fuck white bread. Wheat bread is where
white bread's based.
I don't know. I like French rolls. I like French toast.
Dude, but that's not bread.
Yeah, it is.
That's a pastry.
All my homies love
if it's doughy
white bread.
If it's doughy,
get
it's bread.
Get the
Aldi white bread.
No, get the Aldi split top wheat.
It's cheap as fuck.
No,
that probably didn't go up in price. Only your bougie whole wheat bread.
Wow, what is happening?
Yeah, the white bread is an everyman's bread.
No, it's gross.
Welcome back, everybody, to a special time of year. Yes, once again, it is the Culture Festival, same as always. We always have one, especially when we watch Slice of Lives. We've
always had one every year. Don't look. We've had it every time.
We're very cultured.
We've got special portraits. We have special portraits from our art department, and by art department,
more like fart department.
Yes, exactly. You took the words right out of my butt. The artist who is yet to reveal their art, well, that is Garb.
Please don't
Garb,
look.
would you like to reveal your artwork?
No, I'm afraid.
I'm looking.
You'll judge me.
You're afraid?
It's too lewd.
It's okay. It's okay. The student council already approved it. There's no way they can take it down.
Oh no.
Show me. Show me.
Fine. Here it is. Look at it.
Cover it up. Cover it up right now.
Okay.
I don't want it here. Why does Kirby have toes? I don't want this.
I want to lick him.
Some art.
No, wow. You won't let me post the toe gif, but you're gonna lick Kirby feet? I don't know about that, bro. Anyways, the guy sitting next to him with his photo, with his artwork. That's Chuck.
Guys,
Chuck, what'd you bring?
This is Kirby with his cock out.
Nice.
No! This is the worst way this episode could start out.
I'm fine with
They're
this.
bullying me for real. You guys don't know this. I hate both of those images.
Guys, he has
You love it, Senpai.
a
You
very
don't you?
sloppy Pinor.
No. Cover it up. The police are here.
Why? Kirby is of
Because
age.
Kirby is pure. You cannot do this to him.
Then why is he like that on the screen?
Because you drew him like that.
Don't blame me.
He learned it from you, Dad. He learned it from you.
Don't blame me. I'm just based.
And the guy already, with the blowtorch in his hand, ready to burn both of those paintings. Well, that's me. That's Pino. Hi. Somebody called for an exterminator.
You know, maybe we deserved this.
I'm not burning you guys. I'm just burning your art.
No. Well, lucky for
Yeah.
you, I etched it into stone. So
It's okay. With the power of smoke signals, I can get anything out.
I don't think that's how stone works, nor smoke.
Yeah.
But this hammer, however.
No, my only weakness. Hammers.
I was just gonna use paper because rock, paper beats rock. But
Of course.
I know. Have you ever used that in everyday life?
I have.
Covers it.
I've been able to hide away rocks successfully with large pieces of paper.
It covers up your artwork. It does the job. It hides it. This is what Rochambeau was all about the whole time.
Yeah.
I thought it was Junkenpo.
I thought it was Jaja Ken.
Yeah.
No? Okay,
Jar
cool.
Jar Binks.
Thought Chuck was going to get that.
No.
Oh!
Don't you dare. Don't you dare.
Shoutouts to Lego Star Wars, the new game. Anyways, welcome back to yet another exciting episode of your favorite opinions podcast, the Funky Anime Podcast.
Fop.
If you like what you hear or you like what you heard, please follow us on Twitter at A-Weebros. If you want some more content you can listen to, you can find us on all the streaming places such as Spotify, YouTube, and are we on anywhere else? Is it Audio Boom?
We're on literally anywhere you can get a podcast.
It's the magic of
But if
RSS feeds.
But if you're already listening to it, like you've already found it.
Good
what
job.
if you're riding in the backseat of your friend's car?
Get out.
Fair.
Stop, drop, and roll.
Understandable.
Get out.
Very understandable.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry that your friend is subjecting you to this, but you've probably
Get
done
out.
something
I'm
to
sorry,
deserve it.
Guys, he's going to kill you. Get out while you can. He's going to murder you.
Run.
Run. He will
We're
kill
gonna
you.
make a very uncomfortable car ride for some.
Good.
Maybe.
Run.
Watch them. They're on public transportation.
Run. Get out. You're going to die.
Thank you, bus driver.
Thank you, bus driver. Guys, press B for bus driver.
I'm bussing, dude. B.
Did we watch something?
God, I hope
No,
not.
I still have to thank the Patreon. And we would if you'd like to support us first, then consider subbing to the Patreon, where you can get all this but in Word format, and or on some of our streaming nights where we watch movies, play games.
I closed my eyes.
You closed your. Oh, I'm sorry. How could you read then?
I can't.
The age-old joke returns again. We cannot read.
Guys, I'm illiterate.
This is a podcast. We don't have eyes. We're just voices.
Guys, the reason why we haven't posted face reveals is that we're all letters.
We're all letters. I'm the letter G.
No, I'm the letter G.
All right.
You guys can
I'm the
both
letter
be
P.
G.
GG.
All right, GG.
Easy.
Easy. No re. What letter are you, Chuck?
I'll never tell.
I see. He must be the letter L.
No!
Fucking got him.
I'm leaving. This podcast. This is the last episode of the podcast.
I only just got what I said. Shoot.
I'm flabbergasted.
No, I'm so sorry.
I can't believe that you hate me so goddamn much.
It's a revenge for all the bullying you did, Chuck.
You bullied me so hard, I'm crying and shitting my pants right now.
Guys, he's so brave.
Guys, and nobody knows it. I'm so brave, and nobody knows.
If you're wondering why we're being excessive bullies today, it's because we watched Nagatoro.
Well, we're jesting. We're not harassing.
Shut up.
No.
I'm harassing you.
Wow. No, I'm gonna have to report you to HR, and that's me. So I could kill you.
I don't know if that's what HR is.
That's the power of HR in real life. I don't know.
They can kill your career, but I don't know if they can kill you.
I mean,
what's the difference?
Don't test me.
He's right. He's got the HR department. Luckily, I've got the Q&A department. They don't do anything though.
The questions and answers.
Yeah, they need the answers to the questions.
I see.
And it's mostly us asking the questions. No one's giving us answers. Probably not the best department to work at.
I see.
Guys, if you want to answer our questions, you can always just send us an email,
Or you could ask us one too. But answering our questions, especially the Eva questions, that is of great assistance.
Nobody's answered it.
No one's answered.
It's okay.
Nobody.
They did on the Patreon. Thanks, patrons. Y'all are great.
And you know what? Let's thank our lovely patrons. Chuck, take it away.
No, it's not my job.
Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, guys.
Because
Guys, I want to thank Cream Puff, Mega Lazy Dude, Animated of the Week, Cosmos, and Greta. Because Pino's not intelligent.
Yeah, that's most of my existence.
Damn, we don't even need to bully you. Just let you bully you.
I've learned from the best. I learned from Conan.
O'Brien,
he bullies himself all the time.
Maybe that's why you have self-esteem issues.
No, I have enough steam. I have just enough steam.
Uh-huh.
Steam games. Anyways, this week we watched Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. I can't read it in Japanese, so I won't.
Maybe you should,
but I might read it in Spanish.
I think you should read it in Japanese.
Read it in Spanish.
Read
Spanish
it in both.
is a funny one. Yeah, let me look up the
simultaneously.
He didn't even have it up. What a failure of a host. God damn.
Wow, I can't believe it.
He's cringe.
No me jodas, Nagatoro. Don't say jodas to any
good.
Hispanic. That's actually a really bad word. Very questionable.
I'll add that to my list.
Very questionable why they named it that.
I'm adding that to my list of words to say to your parents when I see them.
Wow. No. That's not how that works.
What do you mean?
You come in and you'll be you ever played a facade? No. You gotta go. Goodbye.
Hello, my name is Chuck. I'm here to commit a hate crime.
Oh my god.
Melon.
My god.
Melon.
And in Japanese, let me go ahead and scroll up so I can actually read that. Ijiranaide. One of those things, Nagatoro-san.
Good enough.
You got that second part down, though.
Absolutely. They don't call me Potato Plant the Second for nothing.
They call you Potato Plant the Second?
I do.
I called myself Potato.
I've never called you that.
He's a potato.
Well,
look at him.
Don't lie to me.
I'm bullied left.
He's a letter.
Look at this spud.
Very fitting.
He's a letter.
I'm also the letter P if you accidentally erase the bottom part of the lowercase g.
I didn't. What?
And then flip it around.
What?
That's a lot of stuff.
What does that mean?
Amen.
It's
a callback to the bit.
It's not a callback if it's not.
We've called it back. I've dialed the speed dial.
I saw him. It's true.
Maybe you should stop using your phone.
I don't have a phone. You smoke signals.
I know.
Shoutouts to callbacks.
Hey, the only reason I'm bringing it up is because one anime did a funny joke, and now I've remembered the funny joke to myself. Anyways, before we get into more madness,
wasn't this show though? I know that's for sure.
How are you guys doing?
Pretty good.
I'm fine. I had some sliders before starting
Very
this episode.
Very, very based. Garb.
I did laundry. It was not an eventful day, but that's not a bad thing.
I'm doing laundry.
I was laundering.
Wait.
Uh-oh.
Cut
Guys,
that.
It's time to cancel.
Time to cancel.
Let's go.
Ratio.
L.
What about you, Pino?
Me? I just was at work. That's it. Just kidding. Hey guys, I don't know if you knew, but the new anime season just started last week.
Wow,
We've got a whole lot of shows. Yeah, the newest anime seasons.
It's true. I know. It was a joke. I know to lead you.
No, you just
talking
lied
about it. I do lie a lot. It's very fun.
She believed he lied, dude. Anyways,
maybe don't be so gullible. But yeah, there's a lot of new anime.
Yeah, have you guys started any?
I've watched the first episode of Spy X Family because I need to.
Because you're absolutely based.
I haven't watched Kaguya-sama because I'm probably just going to.
You are not based anymore?
Well, because I need to watch it. I'm going to make Joan watch it with me. So
that's excellent.
So I am based is really what you should be saying.
No, you're couples based. You're good. Don't worry. It's a subsidiary. We haven't fully meshed the group together. We'll get word after the episode ends.
Okay.
You think I'll forget the bit, but I won't.
He always forgets the bit.
No, I call him back. Anyways. I unfortunately started watching a whole lot of anime this season.
And you will drop them very quickly.
It's never happened. My list is grown, so I'm now watching Shield
I'm gonna
Hero.
groan.
I'm watching Love After World Domination. It's a literal parody, which is why I'm watching it, because if I took it seriously, I would hate it. I'm watching Love is War, obviously, because why wouldn't I?
It's true.
Opening 3, it's my second favorite. Well, it depends. OP2 is still the best for the second season, so we'll just say that. I'm watching Aharen-san. That is the cutest thing I've ever seen, and that's where that smoke signal joke came out from.
I do need to watch Aharen-san.
It's great. I think that's my favorite
The
type
opening's
of this show.
good, if I remember
Opening
correctly.
is very adorable. I love it. I've also caught up with Love Live Nijigasaki High School, so now I'm on season 2. Animation is much better. I don't know. I didn't think it could get better, but it's better for some reason, and it's
good.
wonderful. Spy X Family, obviously, and now I'm back on the manga as well, so it's great. In the Heart of Kunoichi Tsubaki, just because it's the same person that did like Takagi, so I was like, I might as well give it a go. And good news, One Piece is back on the menu. We're getting a new episode on Saturday. I've also started several other anime, which I will talk about later in this episode, because it's going to be pertinent.
It's because he's going to try and make a point, and then I'm going to disrespect it.
Yes, he's going to disrespect it, and then I will run to my Twitter and then just look at boobies as I do.
Oh, no. I don't know.
I can't believe it. I subscribe to too many artists. But yeah, let us know what anime you're watching. I mean, if you guys want to talk about it, again, we've got the Patreon going on. We've got Twitter. Just feel free to shout us out on anything you want us to try and watch. I'm probably going to be down to watch anything that's already on my list. But if there's something that piques my interest, I might go back and watch it. It's going to be interesting.
I don't know.
This season is fire.
The patrons are the one who showed me Chainsaw Man.
It's true.
So.
Hopped on that. Patrons pushed me and Chuck to kind of watch Hunter around the same time.
No.
Kind of. You started it and you stopped, and then they brought it back up, and then we both started watching it around the same time.
No.
Yeah.
I've
Patrons, correct me.
It's not true, though. You're lying.
Roughly.
No, it was from a different friend group, Pino. Stop trying to.
No, it was in here too.
No, but it was not because of them, Pino.
I went back because
they don't need an inflated sense of ego. They already have too much power.
See, wasn't honesty the best policy?
You need to stop.
Anyways.
I will never.
But yeah, other than that, anime's pretty fire. I'm still playing video games.
Nerd.
Absolutely. Because Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced. Pretty cool.
It's more like Kingdom Hearts snore.
Now he's got realistic toes. I know you like toes, Chuck.
I did see that. I watched it and it made me laugh.
I didn't know about the toes. I have to
It made me
research.
giggle. I thought it was very funny Because he
No
just
more
has
clown
he
shoes.
has real toes.
Yeah, real ass feet, no clown shoes.
It was very funny when I saw it. I giggled.
Sora with no brim. Sora with no clown.
Sora with no toe with toes.
With toes. Game looks pretty. I mean, obviously, we're not going to get that game for like decades.
Oh yeah,
but it
don't
looks nice
expect
from what
that
I
game
see.
to ever come out.
Yeah, it made me laugh because like at the end they were just like in the making, and I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's
you
not
don't have
coming
you
out
don't-
for another 5 years. What the hell?
Yeah. Same with Final Fantasy 16. I don't anticipate that coming out anytime soon either. Remember that, guys?
Remember when they were remaking Final Fantasy VII? Me either.
Yeah,
I mean, they
gave
came
us,
out with 2 parts.
7.
Was there
They
a
gave us
second
2
part?
parts, yeah, with
Yeah,
the Yuffie one.
yeah. More like Boofy one.
I don't know because there's shit is
Yeah, see,
I don't remember what it's called.
it's called Mario's golfing. He loves
Mario's
to golf.
Chris Pratt.
no
Yahoo!
cursed.
He goes yippee.
He's looking it up still. But anyways, that's kind of how we're doing. Also, I feel much better. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I feel much better.
Pino's not dying anymore. Let's go.
No longer diseased.
No longer diseased. A weight has been carried off my shoulder. You're no longer encumbered.
Congratulations.
I can now jump freely in the world of Skyrim. But yeah, I am. Are you guys ready to start to dive into what might be the best episode of the podcast?
It's definitely not gonna be.
I'm ready
I don't
to
know
bet.
why.
Hey, it might not be some people's favorite series, but it might be the best episode of the podcast.
I think you're selling this a little bit too hard.
I'm
I'm
ready.
gonna be honest.
Hey man, we sold Eva pretty hard, and
No, but
I
Eva
think,
was interesting to talk about. This will not.
I can say the same thing about all my slice of lives.
Yeah,
But
but,
we'll get to
but
that.
they are
when we get-
based, and you are not.
are cringe.
Why are you far away from the
He's
mic?
gone.
Because I broke a rubber band.
He was taken aback by the by my statement.
by the Evangelion.
I know.
Anyways.
What did we watch? Why did we watch it?
We watched it for 2 reasons. 1, I'm a masochist. 2, I'm not a masochist. Those are the 2 reasons why we watched
I
it.
see.
No, that's a lie. I watched it because I wanted to watch it in Spanish, which I was pretty excited for. I watched it when it was originally released, and with the same group of friends that I watched it the first time, we wanted to watch it in Spanish, plus invite other people who have been curious about it and wanted to try a different type of anime dub. So we went for it. Crunchyroll had the Spanish dub. They also have like German, French, and like a lot of dubs. I was pretty impressed by that. But yeah, I wanted to hop back in, and I wanted to force you guys to watch it because that's the point of the show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure is.
Pretty self-explanatory. Before we jump into it, I know Chuck has a tiny bit of prior history with it, but before we get to him, Garb, have you ever been exposed to Nagatoro before? Have you
I've
known
seen
anything
the
about
funny
it?
Maymays.
The funny maymays. There are quite a bit of funny maymays. I was gonna post one right now, but since you brought it up,
But Pino, if you posted that, then you would be posting cringe.
no, I'd be posting something that no one will ever see but us.
Then post it.
There it is.
Me.
That's Chuck right now.
Me. That's literally me. And I won't tell anyone what that is.
Exactly. That's the best part of the podcast. We don't have to tell anybody.
Remember, they just need to look it up.
Yeah, but we don't have to be descriptive though. Unless you want to.
I don't, though.
Absolutely. So look it up if you'd like. Chuck, let me know how you were exposed to
I
it.
read the manga when it first started coming out because
Really?
I was like, oh, this is epic. Or no, I think I saw it online. I don't think it was solely because of Pino, but people were like, this is epic. And I was like,
Mhm.
I mean, like, I guess I'll see if it's epic. It was not epic. I stopped like 4 chapters in. It was not
Mhm.
great.
Oh,
The 4 chapters are one of the roughest, but we'll get into that.
Yeah, so
when
that
we get
makes
into
it
that.
bad.
Nah, it's just not everybody's cup of tea.
Pino, did you read the
No.
manga?
I did actually. I
Okay.
started when I first got exposed to this. There was no anime
Oh.
in production whatsoever.
And
I
we
started
were
this
living
around
in
the same
such a
time.
good world.
It was around the same time when I call it my manga revival, where I started reading and consuming a lot of manga, including World Trigger, back in like 2019 or 2018, roughly around there. And I stuck with it despite the first 3 chapters making me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
were bad.
I'm already here. I might as well. So I just kept reading, and I'm actually happy to say 102 chapters in. Sorry, 103. Nagatoro Monday was yesterday. I'm shocked at how different everything is now than it was before. So it's a trip. It's a hard curve.
It's a hard knock.
But
life.
I was for us. It was, I don't know. There was something, I just wanted to read something different. I didn't want anything too samey, but I also knew that I was going to get more of the same because, I mean, it is still a slice of life. So it's kind of, you're going to have similar beats.
But I thought you hate slice of life.
Today we'll get that real answer, I swear. Finally understand if I like slice of life.
That's false. There's never an answer.
There is an answer.
There
Today's
isn't,
the answer.
though.
I've literally talked to so many people this week to try and organize my feelings.
You simply are a clown. I can't wait to talk about Nagatoro for about 10 minutes and then us yelling at each other about slice of life.
Absolutely. That's the point of the episode. My synopsis is not going to take too long.
Guys, I'm just going to say this out front before we barely talk about it and you get angry at us. It's a bad anime. Don't fucking come at me.
Oh, wow, dude.
That's it.
I'm going to come out and say it. It's a pretty great adaptation.
Of a bad source material, making it bad.
That's the problem with the genre, though.
No.
And we'll get into it. Don't worry, we'll get into it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Get into it.
Pino, you can't say we'll get into it to swipe aside any criticism.
I mean, we're going to get into it. You're just not letting me do my episode.
You're not allowed, Pino. This is what it feels like to host an episode.
Yeah, it's pretty fun, right?
I get to be chaotic. It's my turn to derail the podcast.
Absolutely. And again, that's what we're all here for.
To derail the podcast.
Absolutely.
It's my favorite pastime.
And if anyone out there thinks we're actually angry at each other, we're not. Just want to let you know.
I'm very upset with everyone in this call.
Except for Chuck. I'm
actually very upset. And this is going to be the last episode of the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
So don't look forward to 2 weeks from now. Because nothing's going to happen.
You walk out of your room, and your significant other's going to be like, what happened? You look like Zorro bleeding. Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. Oh, God.
But yeah, I am ready to just talk about the history. You guys ready to jump in?
Let's do it.
As ready as I'll ever be.
All right. So Nagatoro actually started really long ago. Actually started as a webcomic illustrated by Nanashi, a.k.a. 774. Yes, he goes by numbers. And his more prevalent works were in the realm of doujins and hentai. So this man's got as you can see, some of the material in the anime, and if you read the manga, some of the art direction and source themes are a little on the mature side.
Guys, my favorite manga from him is let's check the list. Seaman Benjo. That's my favorite one. Dude. I don't know what this is. Hopefully it's not something awful.
Oh, I can read that for you. An erotic one-shot about a responsible shy girl, Mizuho Saito, who was forced to take part, and then we'll stop right there.
Oh, never mind. It's a bad one. Never mind.
You should have just said the Naruto doujins, which I was going to talk about later.
What? Wait a second.
Miscellaneous is going to be fire, dude. I swear. I have to push all this aside because it's going to be fire.
God damn.
Sakura's feet. Sakura's feet.
But yeah, Nagatoro as an idea kind of started back in 2011.
I hate Nagatoro as an idea.
The prototype started around 2011 and ended around 2015. He uploaded most of those comic strips are on like Pixiv. I don't pronounce that website right.
Yeah.
The total of 5 issues, a much darker tone of Nagatoro, where she is actually much more dominating, much more, I think, much more masochistic, and it's very uncomfortable. I've read some of it. I'm just like, I am glad we live in this era of Nagatoro. I wouldn't like that one. But yeah, only 5 chapters, and then kind of put the idea aside, just started just drawing more of just images of her. But his works do continue on in the doujin and hentai department. His signature style is just making the lead very, very mean, and I'm saying that very politically correct, and then having a very submissive other MC to side with it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea.
It's not my cup of tea.
It probably shouldn't be anybody's cup of tea.
Guys, if it's your cup of tea, for shame.
Well, yeah, kind of. Remember, I'm going to preface this now. We are going to be talking about bullying. I just want to play it safe. We don't condone bullying.
Then why are you recommending the show?
Oh, easy, because it's not about bullying. It's about diving.
But
anyways.
It is bullying.
Don't worry. This
is basically bully la bully.
I
don't know what you're talking about.
This is just how school is.
No!
Yes, it
What
is.
kind of fucking school did you go to?
Garb gets it. Garb gets it.
No!
You never had
We'll get to it. Don't worry.
Women friends?
No!
Have you never?
Bully you like
oh my
this?
goodness.
No!
You've lived a nice life, Chuck.
I went to so many schools. What are you talking about? I've seen every school under the goddamn sun. This is not what school is like.
Yes,
I don't know what.
I don't know what you're talking about. I had this exact experience.
Well, Pino, you also made, or Garb, you also made some very bad decisions that led up to that point.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's not my fault.
No, but you said it. You said it's not real, and now you're diverting.
You know it's not real in the sense that it's not normal.
I never said that. I never
happens.
said that it was normal. I never would claim anything about me or my life as normal.
It's true.
Yeah. Anyways, before we derail this, let me continue on. In 2017, Nagatoro was then actually serialized by the Kondan
serial
Pocket Magazine, which was a web-based magazine. Since then, the popularity started to grow, leading to the obviously inevitable anime series that we watched, which aired surprisingly April 2021. I don't think we've watched anything in the 2020s, have we? Other than like maybe
I think we definitely have.
Did we watch Shield Hero? Did we watch Shield Hero? Is that 2020?
Yeah, we watched
or is
Shield
that
Hero.
2019?
That was.
We've watched some things recently. We watched Haikyuu.
We watched Demon Slayer. I know
Yeah,
that, but I think that was 2019, right?
Well, but when we watched it, it was recently out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, we don't delve too much into the recent things. We go like into like the mid range, like the 15, 16.
Because there's a lot of fucking shit to watch.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's a lot of shit.
There's a lot of shit.
There's a lot, mostly picked by yours truly, of course. But I digress. And after again the success of the anime, a season 2 is in the works sometime in the future. So for those who do enjoy the series, look forward to that. For those who don't, this is your stopping point. The anime was produced by Telecom Animation Film Studio, whose works include Tower of God, the Kokeverse of the Lupin the Third series, which is like The Woman Called Fujiko Mine, Jigen's Gravestone, Goemon's Blood Spray, Fujiko's Lie, as well as the Shenmue anime that actually is also being released.
Oh my god, I forgot there was going to be a Shenmue anime.
More like Shitmue.
Yeah, and they also did Lupin's Part 4 and 5. So I can tell they're TMS buddies. They're all together. And it's they don't have much under their plate, but I've enjoyed what they've released. This studio, which was nice.
They did a good job adapting the facial expressions.
Yeah, I felt like that was one of my biggest fears when I was originally reading, because I know I watch a lot of shows in which their adaptations are not good.
We've watched some of them.
Yeah, like the Index series. Those adaptations are horrible, story-wise and sometimes visually. But it is what it is. It's a gabagoo, am I right? Even Golden Time, that was really bad because like most of the jokes didn't even go through, and I thought the jokes were even better. So I'm glad that at least we had this studio that I think did an excellent job with the adaptation, but we'll get into it when I go into the plot, obviously. Presentation. This is funny. I think, Chuck, did you watched it fully dubbed, right? Like 1 through
I've watched a
Garb
little of
actually-
it subbed, but
Garb watched it subbed.
Yeah, I watched
You
episode
watched
1
the English
dubbed
dub.
and switched over to the sub.
And then I watched it Spanish dubbed. So I'm gonna ask Garb first your impressions of just regular sub.
It's great.
Great.
I mean, it's pretty standard, but there are a couple familiar voices in there, which were fun to learn about. Deku's voice actor is the main guy, which is really funny to me. And I haven't looked
not named.
I haven't looked into anyone else yet.
Got you. But yeah, I watched it originally subbed since that was the only thing available at the time. I liked it. I mean, again, you can't go wrong with Japanese subs. I mean, or Japanese dub. It's the quintessential. And I did catch a little bit of the French dub, strangely enough, but I also watched the English dub. Chuck, would you like to tell me how you like the English dub?
it's fine. It's a whole lot of people that have not done a lot of dubbing. Like, just looking at, like, most of their credits. It's fine, but, like, I'm not really... It didn't stand out to me at all. I picked it solely for the convenience of not having to watch it all and pay attention to it as much. So, like, I'm glad it was there for that, but, like...
Right.
Really not that great. Like, no standouts. It was passable at best. And some of the voices were not ideal.
Among my research and just
Among
being
Us.
inside some of the forums, they are split on the English dub. Some people think it is probably one of the best adaptations or best dubs, sorry, that they've heard, and some people absolutely despise it.
Absolutely.
Like, they hate it.
I don't despise it, but I just don't. It's not a great dub in my eyes.
When I listened to a couple scenes, I thought some of them were done pretty well. I think compared to all three that I've seen, I do think it's the weakest personally. And the reason is I feel like they don't capture... I don't think they capture the characters too well, in my opinion. Which leads me to my Spanish dub viewing. I think whoever they got for the Spanish dub, I think they did that perfectly. I like their voices, one, they sound like they're their age, and their delivery of this like actually feels like how like, and it's gonna sound weird because like I've been quote unquote teased and bullied when I was a kid, but like it sounds like somebody teasing you like for the funs of like, because they just want to, like, it's not harmful or anything, like, which is very bizarre to say, but it's like it's a playful kind of bully while at the same time not knowing how far they can go, which is why I appreciate the Spanish dub. And I did watch it with a couple of my friends in Spanish, and I asked them at the end of the series as well. I'm just like, hey, what'd you think of it? And they're like, yeah, this is like, they're like, I know people like this. It's just very weird to have it grounded, at least in Spanish. Like they did not like any of the other dubs that we initially wanted to watch. They wanted to go with Spanish, and I was like, wow, this is not what I expected. So if you understand Spanish, I'd say give it a try. If you can somehow get captions on it, give it a try. I think their delivery is actually really good. Like that's like on God, my favorite Spanish dub right now.
On
Nice.
God, for real.
Yeah, like it's so strange. Like I didn't think I was gonna enjoy it more than I originally did, which is crazy.
I've got some
But again,
voice acting
yeah.
fun facts now.
sure.
So the voice for the president, Nana Mizuki, she also voices Papuko in Pop Team Epic.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't everybody?
Everyone does, truly.
Yeah.
You know,
Nana
fair.
Mitsuki, she also sings a lot of songs. She was spoofed in, I don't know if you guys remember Grand Blue. There was like the idol who sang at the end, right? Like
Yeah.
that character is inspired by Nana Mitsuki. Garb doesn't know this
Nice.
yet, but there is a song in Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker that Nana Mitsuki actually sings for the final boss.
Oh,
So
I think
look
I've
forward to
heard the
that.
song before because I already. Is it?
You probably did. It's great, but she's pretty famous. So
Nice.
like, I'm surprised I didn't actually
She's
pay
probably
attention enough to the sub.
She's one of the more famous voices because I'm still going through her list and she's definitely
Yeah.
got the longest here.
Absolutely. I see Hinata on here, so absolutely based.
Yeah. Oh, and the voice actor for Yoshi, Aina Suzuki also voices Mari.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
Hey, fun Yoshi fact. The English dub is Lily Key, also known as Lily Pichu on the internet.
Nice.
She did Among
Oh.
Us.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, she just
Why
did
are they
Among Us Let's Plays back when.
Why is she Among Us?
It's sus.
It's kind of sus. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, fun facts all around. I'm actually looking at Sakura, which is voiced by Shiori Izawa. Nanachi, okay, not bad. Oh, she's EM Pino from Eden Zero, that my alter ego. Pretty cool. Not bad. Okay, we've got some voices in here. That's good.
I mean,
very
I would
good.
hope we had some voices in here.
Mm-hmm. Now, Garb did bring up the fact that the faces did look pretty good. I think they look great. But let's talk about that presentation. I mean, there was a lot more vibrant colors than I actually anticipated throughout the entire show. What did you guys think?
It was fine.
Yeah.
I got no real complaints over it or anything. It's just a show. You know, it's like true. There were no standout points where I was like, "Oh yeah, this is wild."
It's just the
I'm
facial
shitting my
expressions.
pants right now, bro.
The facial expressions were really what sold
My
me
pants
on
have been
animation,
soiled.
But those were all probably just lifted from the manga. So
Yeah, there's a lot of those types of faces in there. I think I'm glad that they were able to get a lot of the what we call in the community the noodle toros in there, where
Yes.
she has noodly arms.
I love
Like,
the noodle
I'm glad
arms.
that they were able to kind of balance those very serious looking kind of torture faces and the very playful noodle toros out there. So I'm very happy about that. I'm really happy with the presentation. It's again, it's a slice of life. It's not gonna like throw something in your face unless it's like Kaguya-san where you get explosions and like very wonderful cuts. But you get what you get with this. I think my favorite scenes though are any of those nighttime ones or any of the sunset ones, because those are where the colors really do shine. One thing that I like and don't like also are the times when they get really detailed with Nagatoro's hair. I think it's great they do that, but then I ask myself why. Like, you didn't really have to.
Yeah, they did have a couple really good scenes like that where they did it in like slow motion and it looks really fluid.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, it's your standard slice of life. You're gonna get it looking pretty decent whatsoever. So yeah, it is what it is. The audio, the music, I think it fit
pretty good.
There were a couple
Yeah.
standout tracks, like the one where Nagatoro gets mad.
Right.
I like that one. And there's a
Really
couple
good.
more that really stick out, but it's only like half of them, I would say.
They got a little kind of rockish, kind of like electricish kind of beat to them, which is kind of nice. They do have a couple slow ones, and then I do know the notorious piano one that Chuck in the Patreon said he didn't really like the impact of, I believe.
Well, because okay, so my issue with that, I know this will be a big old fucking stink or whatever, but the reason that I don't like it is that it is clearly manipulative, because they were like, oh man, let's play this little piano music so that you will be like, oh man, we really totally built up to this romance thing, and it wasn't just verbal and sexual harassment. And then I'm like, wow, this is really just trying to make me feel something that I just do not.
Right. And again, that's understandable. A lot of the early stuff is on and off
Cringe.
with how close they want you to think they are. I just like the fact that the piano was just a rendition of the opening. That's my favorite thing about the piano. But since we are on audio, and I think we're about ready to talk about everybody's favorite section. You guys ready to talk about the OPs and EDs?
Yeah.
All right, let's get started. So I'm opening the opening chat right now so I can get the video up. The first and only opening for Nagatoro is called Easy Love, and it is a bop. It is sung by, my brain farted. I could not pronounce that name for the life of me. Give me just a second to try it. Oh,
Jeez.
God. Why isn't the page loading? Why isn't the video loading? There it is.
I don't
It's
know.
loading. There we go. I can now mute the volume and let it play in the background.
It's by Sumire
It's by
Uesaka.
Surime. Thank you.
Bless you.
It's by Surime Uesaka, who is actually the voice of Nagatoro. And this, I'll let you guys talk about the opening because I've seen it too many times and I'm just gonna gush.
It's
about
pretty
it. So
good.
It's a no
Splatoon
skip.
motherfucking music.
No skip.
Oh yeah. No skip, you said?
This is a good one.
Yeah, it's very in your face about everything. It's got a lot of gradients. I'm not going to use the ombre joke just because
it's boring and a bad joke.
Yeah, no, mostly because it's actually a good opening. They do use a lot of scenes from the show, but I give it a slight pass just because it's stylized in a way that it's just, I don't know, it's more fun this way.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, like, again, like Garb said, I'm not skipping this. I don't skip it. It's on my playlist.
Sacrilege.
I play it on the ride home.
It's a banger.
It's good.
Absolutely.
It's
very good.
I don't got complaints.
Mm-hmm. And we get some fun faces. This is what I like to see in an opening. You gotta creatively use what you have if you can't make anything new, and that's what we get here.
I really like the devil
Alright.
horns being drawn on Nagatoro. Nice touch.
Mm-hmm.
There's the noodle
She's
arms.
evil.
I like all the head busts going up and down the screen anytime they do because it makes me giggle.
Me too.
It's very funny to me. I don't know why. They just spin. It just reminds me of Amigo.
Amigo.
It reminds me of a
Enrico.
funnier art club based anime.
I can't believe I've lived to see the day. Yes.
What do you mean? I was never bad on fucking art club has
You
a
were
problem.
pretty.
I was
you were
never
pretty-
You hate
Pino.
every
Everybody
show
go
that
ahead and listen
isn't
back.
5-star, like top tier. You always are.
What
like,
are you
no, it's
talking
bad.
about?
Listen back to any episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I truly don't know what you're talking about. I gave it a 3.2. Pino gave it a 3.4, and you gave it a 3.5. We were all very much on the same page. I don't want to hear this from you guys. I don't need the slander. I don't need the slander in my house
today.
I know, and that's why I'm gonna be upset and start yelling.
Don't worry. We're gonna carefully go into the next part of this segment. Talk about the EDs. It's technically only one.
ED is nuts.
With a chiptune version, but we'll go ahead and we'll go ahead and talk about that. We got Colorful Canvas, and that is actually sung by all the four main girls there. We've got Yoshi, Sakura, Gamo, and Nagatoro, which is nice. It's a bit of a slideshow.
Well,
stylized again.
It was good. Well, and it also, this is one of those endings that at least tells a story, and the fact that it's the voice actors singing it, that's good shit.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I like the full version. I'm not gonna lie. I have it on my playlist as well.
It's not. I don't got really any complaints about it. It's good. You know.
Mm-hmm. For those, I feel like, again, being as somebody who enjoys the series, I'm just like, I love this ending, but I feel like people who think of the show a certain way probably don't expect this type of ending, especially because it's so not like the opening. It's not even like the first couple of episodes.
I kind of expected it.
I did not. I thought we were gonna get like another kind of like.
Well, Pino, that's the difference between you and me.
Ah, I see. You're tall and I'm short.
It's true.
Yes. But yeah, it's a very nice one. I very much enjoy it. But what I enjoy more is the 8-bit version that came out on episode 6.
What?
The chiptune version, which is great. I'm gonna shove this in right now. Those sprites, especially the Nagatoro one, were actually pulled from the game the creator Nanashi actually made a couple years back, called Escape the Room with My Kohai, which is hilarious to me that they just put such a reference in here. I'm just like, I didn't expect that. Nobody expected that, but it was a treat for us fans of the series. So it's very cute. I liked it.
Who?
The 6th ending.
No,
Or episode
no,
6?
you said fans of the series, and I made a joke.
Oh,
that there are no fans
right.
of the series.
I see.
I know it was very highbrow
What a
and
hater.
high concept of a joke for you.
What a hater.
I don't even hear the crickets, my friend. I don't know where they went. I think they
Maybe you need
think they
to
might be
put on your
jamming.
glasses.
No, I've got my sunglasses on.
I've got
'cause
my
it's night.
grasses on.
Grasses.
Your grass is ass, my friend.
Absolutely. But I thought this was a cute little ending.
That's pretty cute.
Yeah, it's adorable.
The
They're
spread
all in
art's
their little
fun.
costumes. Kind of jealous. I wish I could do that. But hey, it is what it is. I like the ending actually, where Nagatoro like mad dashes towards Senpai at the end. That's like my favorite little bit. I do actually want to play the game. I know it's available
It's in
online.
Japanese.
Oh, they have a patch. They've got like an English patch for it, so I might want to do that one day. It's a pretty short one. But then
Maybe you
again, I'm
should
really bad at
stream it,
escape.
and then I get to point and laugh.
You can bully me about it.
I will bully you about it. Absolutely.
Oh, I
Like
just saw
every
that
other
little
Pino episode.
the part you were talking about, Pino, where she runs.
Yeah,
out.
where he's mad
That's so
dashing.
funny.
Yeah, she's ready to just pull that man's hair,
Ah,
just like Chuck is at this episode.
I mean, I didn't put that much thought into this episode. I don't.
Not yet.
No. It's gonna be your statements that won't be directly related to Nagatoro is going to be the issue.
Actually, it's gonna tie in everything together. Don't worry. But I'm ready for the plot synopsis if you guys are.
oh, let's get into it.
Okay.
All right. So just want to preface this. We roughly did get maybe like 46, 47-ish chapters this adapted this season, plus some bonus and side chapters in the mix. And I do appreciate how they kind of did it. They did try to stay in order, but they did also mix some together to kind of keep the flow like nice and smooth, which I really much appreciated. I think that's the smart idea, because a lot of these shows, they're very scenario specific, and some of these scenarios can end in like a couple pages, or like it could be long. So I did appreciate the studio and whoever directed this,
Yeah,
they
did.
putting it all in a smooth kind of transition.
Yeah, they did good on the pacing. It wasn't too fast or too slow.
Exactly. But without further ado, let's get started. So Senpai, or in the sub Paisen, his name is actually Naoto, but I'm gonna call him Senpai since we don't know that yet. So Senpai is your normal average high school student. One day, as all students do, decides to study at the school library, hoping to study in a peaceful place. This man was unfortunately very wrong, because a group of loud and rowdy girls were in the library chatting up a storm.
Fucking
as you
freshmen.
do. It's the worst, isn't it? Did you guys have freshman hell week?
No. Wait,
I
freshman
wish.
hell
We did.
week?
Yeah, in high school.
I
was
wished.
thrown into a garbage can.
No. I
It
was
was a
too
fun-
big.
it was see, I was tinier than this.
Yeah, see, Pano, maybe you shouldn't just be tiny, and also don't get abused and report abuse to the higher
not how
ups.
It's not how it works.
Imagine thinking
in
that
the neighborhood,
schools
but
do anything about bullying. This is America, my friend.
I know,
Yeah.
but you should.
the place where they say we need to be bullied harder.
No,
We shouldn't, but that's what they
no.
say. We should never.
It's because of people like you making this a cultural norm, Pino.
You said the weak are the problem. That sounds awfully bullyish of you.
I've never bullied anyone in my whole life. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm gonna scroll back up to the 2017 chats.
Oh no! Never done it. Never seen it. Never did it.
Anyways, in the same way I'm trying to concentrate, Senpai-kun is also trying to concentrate on his work, but he's surprised by one of the girls who approach him to get a book, and it causes him to drop all of his notes. Unfortunately, his notes were also some of his manga panels that he likes to draw. And as the law says, if you draw manga, we must make fun of you. That's the rule. I didn't make the rule, I swear.
You should have made the rule though.
Could have. I really could have, but I couldn't. I didn't have I didn't have enough votes. But anyways, they all go ahead and follow the law. They make fun of him, make fun of the poor lad. But before things can get worse, something distracts three of the girls that were part of the group, and they leave, leaving only one fanged girl who
One fanged
on this
girl.
one fanged angel. Yeah, there we go. I couldn't for some reason think of Sephiroth correctly in that moment. But yeah, she stays there. Her name's Nagatoro. And what seems to be the start of a slightly okay conversation quickly delves into a bit of strong, actually a lot of strong bullying to the point where Senpai-kun ends up crying in front of Nagatoro.
What a fucking baby.
Dude, that's rough, dude. Have you ever been bullied? Yeah. But yeah, she wipes away his tears, and he's just like, he's a mess. And I'm going to tell you right now, I felt as uncomfortable watching that episode as I did reading the manga. So, one, don't do that. But two, good job on the studio by being able to express that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually managed to do that, which I didn't. I thought they were going to censor it like a little more, but no, straight up, he gets bullied hard.
Nice.
Not nice.
As they do.
Nice.
Yeah,
not nice,
nice.
guys.
Very not nice, but nice.
No.
Yeah.
Shut up,
The
nerd.
next day, wow, don't make him cry. I'm going to bully you so that you don't bully him. And that's how the cycle continues. The next day, Nagatoro then visits Senpai in his holy of places, the art club room, and then proceeds to tease him once again. It's gonna be the same trend for the remainder of the episodes. Again, pushing him to the point of tears, and then once again wiping it away with her little handkerchief. On that same day, Nagatoro then pesters Senpai on the way home, but this time Senpai does, in a sense, does his best to kind of shrug it off. Nagatoro tries to pester him some more, trying to find out why he isn't cracking as much this time, and he lets her know, he's been bullied before. I mean, probably not as hard as he was that day, but he's been bullied, so he's kind of sort of numb to it. Nagatoro then kind of finds that slightly intriguing and then properly introduces herself. And, well, the rest is history. The show does progress. We get these short scenarios of interactions between Nagatoro and Senpai. Some of these can be a couple minutes. Some of these can be till the halfway of the episode. Essentially, Senpai is typically minding his own business in peace, only to be interrupted by Nagatoro. Because he's a nerdy, perverted virgin, obviously. The reasons to bully somebody. Am I right, gamers?
No.
I'm not right.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay. We have two different people in this call right now. A lot of these earlier scenarios do tend to be on the lewder side, where Senpai or Nagatoro do get embarrassed in some of these shenaniganry that occurs. For example, like Nagatoro in one moment gets embarrassed when Senpai does accidentally see panties. There's another moment where Nagatoro accidentally slips and falls after trying to suck his blood onto the crotch of Senpai. Kind of a little bit much for me, but
most of this show is a little bit much.
It is a little bit much, but again, this is what we got. This is what we're kind of had to force to sit through. It is not for everyone. Also, shouldn't be condoned by everyone. But
shouldn't be condoned by anyone, actually.
Yes, thank you for correcting.
I'm like, geez, Pino. God damn. Who are these people that it's fine?
You caught my Freudian slip.
God damn, Pino.
I wrote a fun script, I'm telling you. But yeah. I think one of the more egregious ones, but also one of my favorite ones, was the nipple guess one. Yeah. Where where she tries to guess where Senpai's nipples are, gets them spot on. I think that bit was actually kind of funny to me. And then before he gets a chance to actually guess Nagatoro's, she actually gets too flustered and kind of runs away while calling him gross. As
one of my favorite things about this show is how, as it goes on, Nagatoro also starts to get embarrassed. She's just a little better at hiding it.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's so good.
I'm glad you noticed that too, because that is something that a lot of people tend to overlook. They're just like, she's still being a jerk, and she's just like running away from a lot of these things. Like, no, dog,
It's
she's
slow.
Yeah, it's slow.
And even some of
but
her
it's there.
friends, I don't think entirely picked up on it. Maki, the orange hair, the very evil one, you can tell
yeah.
that she knows.
Yeah,
but
she's like ready to bully. She's bullying Nagatoro into liking this kid.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. She is the wingman
She
that we all
deserves to
deserve.
get bullied.
And Yoshi is just there. She has no thoughts.
Yoshi has no thoughts, head empty. That's why we like Yoshi. But yeah, you start to notice these kind of things, these little mannerisms about both of them. But let's see here. I lost my place. Let's see.
I know that feeling.
And so, yeah, you actually kind of almost read my script verbatim. Yeah, the endless cycling of bullying does start to slowly change. And I think one of the more obvious scenes was actually when they were caught in the rainstorm, which was a couple episodes in. So it was raining, obviously. They were hanging out at a gazebo or whatever you call those things. And they're like, oh, yeah, can't look at me, dude. I'm all wet. And he's like, you're just teasing me. Turns around. Yeah, sees his bra. But then they actually go over to Nagatoro's house. Nagatoro kindly kind of, in a sense, invites him in a weird turn of events. Hands him a towel, hands her older brother's clothing so they could stay dry, and they actually end up having like a nice afternoon playing video games together. Albeit Nagatoro is still a bit bullyish in that scenario, but they both end the day like pretty happy. That was probably one of my favorite moments in the series altogether. Like they were just actually normal kids.
Yeah,
Pino likes the normal slice of life part of the whole show. Let's go.
Absolutely, dude. Because
finally come around.
There are certain ways to do a slice of life. There are certain ways to do it, and this is one of the ways. You have this very, very strange relationship, and then you still get a wholesome kind of scenario in and of itself, which I thought was great. Again,
Pino likes the tsunderes.
You
like the tsunderes.
I have two modes. I like my head to be crushed into oblivion, but I also do not like my head to be crushed into an oblivion.
Well, those
it's
are just
very confusing.
That's like saying, man, my two favorite things are one half then the other half.
Exactly.
That's not allowed.
It's allowed. I'm a human being.
No.
No. As all these shows do, we get the friends. We are then introduced to the girls that were alongside Nagatoro, laughing at the manga panels. We get Gamo and Yoshi. They are, I like to call them the Teasing Masters because they're just teasing at every moment, and they tease anybody. So this is great. They don't only just make fun of Senpai; they also kind of, they mess with Nagatoro a little bit. We get a little teasing of just like, oh, is that your boyfriend? And it's like, nah, this disgusting creature could not be. Don't touch him. That was always nice. From here, the senpai is now he gets dogged on by all three of them. Not sometimes at the same time, sometimes individually. We then get the Anpan scene where it's kind of like the nipple scene, except now you have to guess which of the special Anpan is inside my shirt, obviously leading to a little boob touching, which, I mean, if you didn't see it coming, I don't know what you're doing here.
Still gross. They're still children.
Absolutely.
Just got to point this out, how over-sexualized the show is.
Don't worry. If I can,
children.
A lot of these romance comedies do the same thing. Don't make me
start
early.
But Pino, not to this level.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah,
people licking hair because they adore somebody is also kind of it's a
Wait,
little
what?
bit gross to me.
Wait, can you say that? I actually didn't.
Oh yeah, there's a show I was watching where there's a certain character that adores a certain character to the point where she just kind of grossly licks a little bit of the hair that has fallen off.
What fucking show are you watching?
I was watching Komi-san.
Oh
Check it
yeah,
out.
it's the worst character in the show by far. Yeah, wow,
There's
Pino.
a lot of bad characters in that show, but we'll get to that.
I don't know about that one, Chief.
I'm on episode 10.
Pino, you're gonna
any
need
of these people.
to seek the counsel on that one.
No. We'll get. Don't worry. We'll get there. We'll get there, Chuck. Be patient.
Then don't bring it up.
Hey, you pushed it a little bit.
No, I didn't.
Shut up, nerd.
But anyways, Senpai does learn how to make compliments in a funny way. I think that was also one of the better scenes.
Yeah.
There was also the bait and switch kiss reward scene where instead of getting a kiss, a little plushy toy ends up kissing Senpai instead. Of course, that's usually how it goes down. Not that I would know, of course. I'm not angry or anything. Maybe I am. Anyways, we also get the typical indirect kiss scenes and, the typical let's exchange contact information and the not so usual the tickle test. The tickle one was kind of funny to me, but that's like in the first 5 episodes. I do want to take a moment to talk about episode 6. I did not think they were going to adapt the whole JRPG dream segment. I thought that was kind of funny to have, and it was followed again by another very questionable, but arguably one of my favorite chapters, the beach episode, in which they try to get Senpai to go to the beach, and instead they start
There has to be a beach episode.
Pino.
It was so funny to me.
How was it funny?
It was really funny. They were stomping on him. That's great.
No.
Yeah. If he would have just gone into the pool, nothing would have happened. Or in the beach, nothing would have happened.
No, he would have gotten a sunburn, Pino.
I mean, and look what they did. They got all the sunscreen on him.
No, he was under an umbrella.
Yeah, and then they oiled him up. They
harassed him. They assaulted him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was funny to me.
Do this to your friends.
Guys, this is not a good look for either of you. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm done being chaotic neutral.
No,
I choose chaotic evil now.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it's ironically enough, it's a bad scenario, but I thought it was funny personally. I do apologize if I upset Chuck specifically.
I'm just saying that these are like some things that I'm just like. I'm
gonna share this little screenshot of my
These aren't real people.
But
okay.
it's still
these aren't real. This isn't a documentary.
But it's still portraying these types of toxic relationships, and that it's like really though, like to make something like this, to normalize it and being like, oh, this is okay because she loved him. No, that's just like not okay though.
I shared a little screenshot of my script where it says make a joke about wanting to be stepped on to make Chuck uncomfortable. I think I might have succeeded.
Mission accomplished.
It wasn't about getting stepped on, it's about the assault.
Nah, it's about getting stepped on. You say you're a feet lover, but I don't
what?
know.
When if wait.
You say I'm a feet lover? Toes.
No, No, he is very much opposed to toes. I know because I want to.
What was the toe segment we had earlier?
Because I made a joke about Kirby's toes because you said toes, you didn't like his toes, Pino.
I just don't like toes, period.
Me neither. Then why are you talking about this? What is happening here? What is this? This is the worst episode we've ever made.
Not my fault. Y'all can't appreciate.
This is the worst episode we've ever made.
Me and Chuck having those little lightning flashes between us like Sasuke and Naruto.
God, shut the fuck up. That is the most disgusting thing you've said this episode.
Oh my God.
Out of everything you've said, that's the worst.
I love the
just because I said Naruto? No, dude.
Sidetrack. I love when there was the staring between, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Nagatoro and someone else. And Yoshi, it like sees the electricity between the two of them and just fucking touches it.
Probably
I love that too.
That's a good bit.
Most likely Gamo. But yeah, now that we've gone past the foot thing, my script then says the relationship between Nagatoro and Senpai slowly again still makes more progress. I believe episode 7 is probably one of the cuter moments where you have the local festival that, all Japanese anime and Japanese culture have. Nagatoro is not there at the moment. She's actually helping out in a school team with some practice and whatnot. But Senpai, debating on whether to ask Nagatoro to go, ends up going by himself, hoping to kind of see her there. Obviously, that's not how it goes.
Fool.
He runs in with Gamo and Yoshi, gets him first. And then Gamo and Yoshi share a picture of them hanging out with Senpai. Unfortunately, in a in a dog collar, which was a little bit rough to see as well. Joke, pun intended.
Damn.
Joke and pun intended. But when Nagatoro does see that, this girl darts almost as fast as she did at the end of the sixth episode 6 ending. She darts so fast to get there to try and also join in the bullying, which then turns into like a little competition of just like, hey, if you win this much, then you'll get the prize and you'll get Senpai. Obviously that works out, and then there is a nice moment where they're trying to get to the fireworks fest, to get the best place to look at the fireworks, get a nice little progression of hand holding. Of course, hand holding is probably the most sinful thing, but also the most purest thing, depending on what scenario it is. We got both in this anime, but in this scenario I'm going to talk about where he pulls her out of the crowd and then they go running into the forest to get a better look at the fireworks, which was great. I mean, Senpai is slowly overcoming some of the fears of just being bullied and just being a nice guy.
And then once again we can see where Nagatoro is equally susceptible to that feeling.
Again, they're stupid kids. Of course this is going to happen. But again, we don't really get the quote-unquote plot progressing story or like a real kind of quote-unquote conflict.
Pino, why do you like it then? Because you always need conflict, right?
Oh, there is conflict. That's what the bullying's for.
That's not what
conflict.
I mean.
I love that
That's
she's
what it
like
means.
an antagonist as much as she is a protagonist.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love it.
She doesn't know what she is at the moment. But we do get a bit more of a focus towards the goals that I guess the story wants to achieve. Rumor has it, Art Club is now a den of. The Art Club is now a den of thieves, a den of harlots. The peaceful art room is now just full of heathens, and now the Art Club president comes in and says, "Hey, Senpai, we said you can use the room because all of us third years were being third years, but you're a sinner, dude, and I'm gonna kick you out."
It's so dumb. It's so dumb.
And so, not what?
I hate it.
Why?
Because oh my god. Okay, one of my big issues. So, with all these fucking romance, slice of life garbage shows,
I'm gonna segment that.
Joan just messaged me and said, "Sounds like this episode is really falling apart." No, but my huge issue with this is that they feel like they need to throw in some sort of conflict at the end of the story or at the end of the season to make it feel like it like properly wraps up, when really you don't. And they did this so sloppily. I don't know if this is also in the source manga. But just how there's no mention of the president before this point. There's been no mention of any other member of the art club ever. Like, we don't know anything about this. No, but you can't just introduce this big threat / conflict of, oh no more art club, when like we don't even know that this person existed. Why is this like just being
he was in the art room?
No, but like they didn't have any build up. They didn't mention her even once.
I mean, it is kind of I do kind of agree with you, Chuck.
It's dumb.
They did neglect having anyone else in the art club the whole time, which doesn't necessarily excuse the fact that they just never brought this up before. But they did show that there was just no one else there, and
like no one was there. But then, like in the flashbacks, they're like, "Oh, there's like a bunch of people doing work on this," but now there's no one, And so, like, why is this a threat? If all he is doing is sitting in a room doing art, why does he need to be part of the art club? Like, it doesn't make
you have
sense
to be part
me.
of
Like,
a club,
you don't, though.
but then he'll be bullied even more.
Oh no, heaven forbid, man getting bullied.
I'm gonna bully
He's
you.
already being bullied.
Shut
He's
up, nerd.
I can't
it's
believe
just-
men can't be bullied. You heard it here first.
No, I'm just saying, like, it makes no sense in a conflict. It's an artificial conflict to move the story so that we can be like, oh, spoilers, oh, Nagatoro and Senpai like each other. Oh, who'd have thought? Like, what
isn't that what
you
we all
don't
watch
need to
these shows
do this.
for?
No!
Pretty sure. I mean,
This
they're
is
called
a-
romantic comedies for a reason, right?
I don't watch a lot of them, I'm gonna be honest. I just watch the slice of life and the comedies.
There's a lot of romantic slice of life comedies out there, buddy.
Yeah, that I don't watch.
Yeah.
Because they do shit like this.
They're all the same.
They're not all the same,
They're
Pino.
all the
You
same.
keep saying these words.
They're all
You
the
keep
same.
saying these words like they
All
mean
these-
anything.
All these modern rom-coms, slightly the same. They're all
Pino, do you want to
structured
get
the same,
into
my
it
friend.
now? It sounds like you
We
want to
could.
get into it now.
We could, but I want to finish this. I want to
Oh my
finish it.
fucking
Let's
god!
finish
I'm
it.
just gonna. I'll just like not talk until we get to that.
I promised
Oh
this.
my god! Just fucking finish the bad plot. Just finish it.
But yeah, President says, I'm going to kick you out. Nagatoro says, no, we're going to stay. And she's like, okay, you can stay under one condition. The condition is if they do get more people to go to Senpai's exhibit as opposed to the president's exhibit during the culture festival or whatever festival they're having at the school, then she'll concede and rip up the the get out of my club papers. So they go ahead and do so. Nagatoro does whatever she can to try to help Senpai-kun in any way possible, but Senpai really isn't feeling it. He's expressing a lot of self-doubt. He doesn't feel like he's good enough. He feels like he's not really been... Yeah, I mean, according to everybody else, he kind of is. But yeah, you notice that he's kind of had this issue for a while. But it's weird to have Nagatoro be so adamant about helping in such a scenario when she's been such a antagonist to him in the beginning, to the point where she does get frustrated that Senpai just kind of decides not to use her as a model and like not to try his best and kind of runs out of there. It is only until the president returns and says like, oh yeah, I see you're drawing, there's no passion in this, there's no love here. Like if you want to actually like stay here, do something you love and like draw something you love. And it does push Senpai into thinking, hey, there was somebody supporting me, somebody who I kind of like in a sense, and apologizes, goes back, and then we get a successful culture festival wherein he draws way too many pictures of Nagatoro than I initially thought he did, compared to the very voluptuous picture of the president that she displayed in the room opposite of his. Of course, that picture gets taken down, obviously, because she's almost fully naked. Some might say fully naked, period. And you do see Senpai-kun step up to the plate, also defending what he believes is art. Because again, he's a man of the arts. He likes art. He's part of the art club.
More like fart.
I mean, I like to fart right now, but I can't.
You should though.
The mic will pick it
It'd
up.
be really
Please
funny.
do. Please do.
I'd also not want to die in my room.
Fair.
I do not want I do not want to kill myself.
Pino fart. Pino
No,
fart.
I
Pino
cannot.
fart.
But Senpai does step up to the plate, as I mentioned. And then in another surprise turn of events, even like the bullies who were against the president also say like, yeah, like people might have been oogling it for the wrong reasons, but we also have like a huge bunch of people who are just like the painting, the brush strokes, the figure.
More like
figure.
the breaststrokes, am I right?
There's no swimming here.
There's
well,
false.
there's drowning.
That's false.
Well, there was swimming, but not in
there
this
is swimming.
episode.
Come on.
Not in this
Nagatoro's part of the
episode,
swim
though.
club.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Pino, you
Anyway.
silly Billy.
I'm
You
a
meant
silly
not in
Billy.
this scene.
Yeah. But yeah, President does concede because obviously kind of DQ'd herself. You hate to see it. Take the L, President.
No, we love to see it. Eat shit,
absolutely.
President.
But
so you get for being a
but then
bitch.
you get a bit of wow.
I mean, kind of fair though.
I mean, I think it's tough love with President. Like she's being pretty rough at the beginning, but she is the one who kind of pushes Senpai. Like, hey, that chick just left. Go.
That's true. I would agree with that if she showed up at literally any other point.
At literally any other point besides the end.
That is the flaw, I think, of the adaptation. Because she is actually a more prevalent character than I expected.
Well, how about this? Is she more prevalent, like earlier in the story, like pre this conflict, or was she introduced solely for this conflict?
Not solely for this conflict, but I guess it was initially for this conflict, but after she plays.
Okay, so it's still an issue with the source material.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Just gotta check to make sure.
Absolutely. But with that said, they do have a happy ending, and then we do also get a Marvel-esque credit scene.
Marvel-esque? If anything is a scene after the credits roll, it's Marvel-esque.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Dude, you gotta wait for the funny credits to roll to get the extra bonus. That's how I describe all my Marvel-esque end credits.
It's very funny that you describe it like that. Like, I really like it, but also, like, that's the dumbest thing.
It's the culture, dude. I'm doing it for the
culture. It's not culture. What are you talking about?
Dude, Marvel movies made it a thing. Like, what other movies other than Marvel and DC? Actually, not many of them do. James Bond sometimes does it, not all the time.
I
mean, Pino starts listing a bunch of things.
This might be a whole lot of. This might be a thing I'd like to investigate.
I don't know. Weekly anime.
But after
there's
the
been a lot of
ending.
Anime we've watched that have had an after credits scene, like a next time, but it's different.
Well, like an actual scene, and then they might do the after credits after.
Fucking,
but
right.
Not World Trigger. Yeah, World Trigger. And also
World Trigger having the best part.
Yeah, and there was that other show.
Facts.
What was the one?
Learning.
I think it was Love Is War, where they had the.
Oh yeah, Love Is War sometimes.
And that one even tied into the main story. That was brilliant. But I'm getting off course.
Because that series is great, yeah.
No, I like Garb staying off course. I appreciate it.
I didn't say.
I mean, to be fair,
no, Garb said he was being off course.
That's the best part of the podcast, though.
To be fair, Love Is War is kind of just
it's just so good.
Let me say what I'm gonna say. Is it kind of just a better execution of the same idea? Is this?
Yeah,
and
I think that is the tip of the echelon of these.
I don't think so. I really do not think so. Because with Love Is War, they're
pushing
on equal footing.
Oh,
no, but like they're on equal footing, but yet are also both know what their like feelings are. True. You know, and also it has a lot more side characters that are more interesting, and they have a more fleshed out backstory and more engaging.
Well, yeah, that's one thing, is that this show did not have a lot of characters, which is something that's normally good for my small brain. So that I can actually keep track of everyone, which this is a good thing. I was able to remember all the characters. I'm not like
so proud of you for that, Garb, honestly.
Well, it's because there were only like 6.
Everyone else had the hentai eyes, the eyeless.
Yeah, the eyeless, the main character from hentai. Yeah.
Well, in Disney, what was it? Was it Dororo that did something?
Oh, they grayed
similar?
out the people. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then you also had shit in like a silent voice where they had the X's all over them.
Yeah.
You got there's a bunch of stylistic choices.
Oh, you get the ones with the 3D people in the. Oh wait.
Oh my god. I know that they're awful, and I still do hate it, but like I also kind of love it when it's like the worst 3D you've ever seen, like ever.
I'm gonna prepare you right now. Aharen has some 3D people in the back.
God bless.
Get ready to say, yo, that guy's moving funny.
Yo, that guy's moving at 30 FPS. Let's go.
Dude, he's moving, dude.
Bro, he got 6 more frames. What the fuck?
Oh god. God, we always shit on 3D, but we also don't like 3D. Anyways.
Yeah, 3D's bad, but also 3D funny is what I feel.
Oh my God. But yeah, we back to the Marvel end scene. We do get Nagatoro and in the art room again as usual. Senpai does make a picture worthy of what I guess a reward would do, and in this case, she does actually kiss him on the cheek, which is funny because that's a little out of order. So that's a little fun fact.
Pino,
that would
does
actually
that
happen.
make
The
it
kiss on the
worse?
cheek happens earlier, a lot earlier.
I mean,
which
for
is
the
a little...
sake of anime,
For the sake of
made-
pacing,
it makes sense to put that there.
Yeah. So despite us, when I initially watched it, when she made Senpai kiss the little plushy toy thing, my friends and I were in a little bit of a tizzy. We were just like, "Where's the scene?" But we liked it at the end of this anime, so we're like, "That's okay. No harm, no foul."
It works out.
It works out. It checks out. But yeah, that is the basic plot synopsis of this 12-episode series. Again, it's not too long.
Thank God.
So, I mean, I'm not hurt. In fact, I would like more.
It
Others
did,
may not.
It did feel a bit long, honestly. For me at least, but also it's because I wasn't enjoying it. So
Right. I mean,
like
again,
I understand why it felt longer than it was. I'm wholly aware.
Oh man. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is explain how this is gonna work, fellas. We have two options. We can jump into what I call hell, or we can talk about the characters first.
I mean, like, I could just go. I'm fine with just going, but it's also
I'll let you start. I want to hear everything you need to say.
No. That's not how this works, Pino.
You say you're ready to go?
I'm ready to go, as in you get to tell me what the fuck you've been brewing up for the last 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
So,
right.
And then I can answer to it. I'm ready to go to answer all of your bullshit questions.
All right. So when I in our career watching anime here on the Funky Anime Podcast, and in our personal lives watching just anime for fun, I've noticed, and everyone else has noticed, I sway a lot with slice of life. I
You
sway.
don't
There's
say.
moments where
Really? I never noticed.
Specifically despise it, and then I
And
think
then you-
about it. Maybe I rewatch it sometimes, and I'm just like, you know what? I might enjoy this, and it's a problem that I have not
It's a
been able to
problem.
properly diagnose until possibly now.
Possibly. No promises, though.
Now, I'm going to say it outright. Right now, Slice of Life, despite me watching a lot and enjoying a good amount, I think is my least favorite genre.
Out of
For the
all
same
of
reason-
them?
Most likely, yeah. I mean, I do like Slice of Life aspects, but if it's a
my
pure Slice of Life like series, I'd much rather watch something with a point, like, yeah, I like culture festivals. Yeah, I love beach episodes. Yeah, I love to hate misunderstandings. But watching it again and again, it's repetitive to me. I need something that spices it up, which brings me to the rom-coms of the modern era. It's such a strange concept to me, because the moment I realized they're all structured similarly, the more I realized I don't know if I want to keep watching
I
any
know.
more slice of life romance comedies.
Hey, Pino?
Yeah.
You watch shonen.
Yeah.
You read shonen.
Mm-hmm.
So
you
structure
know why I like
shouldn't
that?
be foreign to you.
Oh, it's not foreign to me. But I was wondering why I specifically did not like slice of life. It's too mundane for me. It's too samey. And the reason I'm not saying that about shonen is that at least I'll have explosions or something that actually advances the plot if I skip filler. Like, there's something that will grab my attention to the next thing. Bleach will always grab my attention because right after one arc, We've got another issue. We've got maybe the same beats to it, but we've got another bigger threat in the works. One Piece works so well because we've got smaller arcs, self-contained arcs, and arcs that are just things that will occur later in the story.
And
even
there's
Naruto,
Monkey.
I just like the characters. They're funny to me. So there is a lot more to it than I personally thought when saying like, oh, slice of life bad. I was never able to fully understand the concept until now. I don't want to watch real life. I don't want to watch people do the same things that I know is going to happen. Specifically just real life things. Because if I like, it's just, you have to make it interesting. And all of these new modern rom-coms are able to do that for me. They have a specific gimmick to them, which I like to call it. Specific thing that is a little hook. What I enjoy about, let's see my list here, because I did start watching a lot of like modern rom-coms throughout the week. I didn't necessarily finish all of them. The furthest I got was probably Komi's, which was around episode 9 or 10. But I did also start Magical Senpai. I went back and rewatched My Senpai's Annoying. I went back to, well, I started Arahen-san, so I've got that in my belt now. But I did start going back to just kind of identify what I like and don't like. I even went back so far back as to refresh myself on this art club has a problem. And then I've noticed things there that I also did not enjoy, but reasons why I stayed with it. So I put myself through the ringer.
You did some soul searching.
I did some soul searching, and it's
a slice of Pino's life.
It's gonna be strange. It's a cake of Pino. I don't even know if I want to finish it. But regardless, all of these shows do seem to have a sort of gimmick with their main characters. Obviously, this one has bullying, correct? We have Komi and Arahen kind of having a similar thing, communication being the key issue for their, for their main character. And then we have, I actually watched one called Gambare Doki-chan, which had the gimmick of the MC actually wanting to, like, pursue a more kind of romantic, like, more sexualized relationship with who they want to be with. But the gimmick needs to be interesting enough for me to have like a point, something that actually makes me feel for a character. I feel for Komi because, hey, communication sucks. I want you to learn to communicate, which is why I stick with it. Same thing with Arahen-san. Bullying is such a weird concept that no one touches because it's really bad. It's terrible, but I like the twist that this author
that no
takes
one
with
touches.
it.
There are 2 middle school / high school bullying anime that came out at the same time.
Bully and teasing, I will give a pass to because teasing is a little more playful, and talking.
We'll see. Well, that's also the reason why the other show's way better. So.
Oh, well, again, hear me out. I sound like Panoken.
Yeah, I'm ready to learn about how you can half press and A press. Absolutely.
So again, if your gimmick, at least for me personally, and this is soul searching for me, I'm gonna say it's definitive because I'm stubborn, but it's not gonna be definitive for everybody. But there needs to be this specific gimmick that can hook you in, and that's what a lot of these new things have. Someone's annoying, someone's a bully, someone's teasing, someone can't communicate. All of these shows, they throw a lot at you in short bursts, like they're little scenarios. Some of which are great. Some people like the fast pace, like, oh, they get one little bit joke and then we start the next thing. Other times it works great. Other times it doesn't. I don't think it worked really well with Magical Senpai, which is one other thing that I watched. I absolutely don't want to continue watching that one. It's just too quick, and it's too, like, I don't feel for anything for any of the characters with these types of bits. Same thing with Gambara Doki-chan. I'm just like, yeah, you're giving me 6-minute episodes. Like, there's nothing to really hold on to. Like, I don't want it. As opposed to Komi and Arahen and Nagatoro, where you'll have, your full 30-minute episodes, and you'll have interesting bits in between. How interesting, obviously, will depend on the other factor, the strength of the cast. If you don't like the cast, obviously, you're going to suffer a lot. I'm glad that the MCs in all 3 are very likable. Actually, all 5 of the things that I watched are very likable. A lot of the times, the side cast, they don't do it for me. Like I can't. Specifically, in Magical Senpai, don't really like the like the main MC. I know he's not technically the side; he's like an MC character, but he's kind of just like the straight man. You know, it's like oh haha, you know, you're not supposed to do that. But when it comes to things like Arahen-san, like we even just got introduced to a very tall pink-haired girl, and she is probably the funniest character in the way that how protective she is of that of her friend and how angry she is at the male friend, which I think is great. Komi has a lot of characters that I enjoy, but it also has a lot of characters I really don't like. And watching these 10 episodes, I don't see any growth for them, especially the one that I mentioned earlier, the one who eats the hair, like Komi's hair. Like I really don't like that character. Serves no purpose for me, and like it just turns me off from anything that has to do with her. Even the competition girl who just has like a interior competition with Komi. Komi's family, however, 100% based. I love their family to death. And that's probably the only reason why I'm still watching, because that episode was so wholesome. Like that's the kind of communication I wanted to have her like grown. Like you actually kind of see that communication in effect and like the growth in that one single episode with her cousin. I was just like, this is what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for very strange and characters who just misunderstand the MC like every waking day.
Can I want to tap in real quick, not about like things. I just want to talk about freaking Komi-san the anime. Mm-hmm. I don't really like how, because I've read the manga for years now. I don't like how they really started the anime. I feel like, and also it's slightly different from what they did in the manga. Like you said, it's a lot, like you said, you sometimes don't like, it's a lot of shorter bits, but it works well as it still is developing the characters and not for what you like is that development, that forwarding of these characters and not just stagnation.
I need to see progress, and even if
it gets much better once it gets the Joan just sent a message and said, here comes I read the manga Chuck. Come on.
No, that's good, because again, I have not read the manga. It might even prompt me to switch to the manga.
I would highly recommend, because once again, some of those more rough parts, especially whatever the gross girl's name is who fucking kidnaps Komi at one point. I don't like.
Oh no! Don't remind. I saw that episode. I literally stopped. I could not watch it for like a whole 8 hours. I was like, this is not.
I knew what was happening, and I still had to pause it. Like it's like legitimately like that's the lowest low, like by like a far margin.
Thank God. Okay.
Like. Ugh.
You put hope in my heart again.
No, truly, it is a phenomenal manga. You get a lot of really interesting and engaging characters that each get their own little developments.
Okay.
And you come to grow and love this whole community and cast of characters. And with the format of the manga specifically is that you can still get through these short bits relatively quickly. That are like even some like the kidnapping one that is like a very one chapter in out super quick.
Yeah, and it lingered too long for me in the anime.
Yes, because it was like a whole episode, and I'm like,
was gross.
This is too much. I don't like it. Yeah, exactly. Like I totally agree with you on that specific point. Yes, but Komi-san is very good.
Yeah,
I don't like how they pushed the romance angle as well, because the manga does not really push that until their like second years. Like it is.
So that's maybe like a couple, maybe with like 50, 60, 100 chapters maybe?
Yes. Like,
okay.
I will not spoil anything for you, but it takes a while, and there's much bigger conflicts when that arises that are more meaningful to these characters that you can see being built up over time.
See, at least knowing that, I'm a little more willing to give it more time, because again, I like progress.
Yes, I was not very happy with the adaptation. I'm gonna be honest, just based on like those little facts. And also there's just so much character in the manga joke wise that like they still do get, like, I'm very surprised on how well they get some of those, but there's also some that you just like cannot do. So
Right. Absolutely.
Komi-san is a bit of a rough patch for me specifically, just because I love that manga so much. It's kind of the same thing with like We Never Learn.
Right.
I love that manga. The anime is like kind of okay for me.
I pretend the anime doesn't exist.
Yeah, I'm extremely lukewarm on the anime, so it's just like
It could have been so much better than it turned out.
Yep. It's painful. It's painful
really
to think about.
Right. At least we had Nisekoi, which was pretty still goated.
It
It was still good adaptation. It was a decent.
No, it wasn't.
We didn't get the characters we wanted, but
Yeah,
I still had
Pino.
fun.
That's right. We didn't get the good development, like you said.
Exactly. But they had guns for some reason in that one, and that kept my attention for whatever reason. They had Sugami, okay? We had Peak at that moment.
Sugumi's based, so like that's all I know.
Right. But I guess that does cover my larger plot point kind of thing, because that's my issue. Again,
So
I complained about it so many times. I need something that feels
You
like
you
there's
just
progress.
like goal oriented stories, which I
Absolutely.
understand, knowing what shows you like that like don't fall under the slice of life genre. And I guess before I start going into my a whole thing, Garb, I know that you've just been sitting patiently and quietly
Yeah, I'm
listening
sorry,
to
I
Garb.
have
Pino
watched
talk.
Comey or the other thing, so yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Don't worry, this is where our club has a problem comes in.
That
One's an enigma to me.
I don't know.
Because nothing happens. I realize nothing happens to progress anything. They're still the same in those 12 episodes that we watched.
There's some shows like that I like, and some that I don't. Like Yuru
Right.
Camp, nothing happens, and I was
Oof.
bored.
Oh.
But
Yeah, see,
I'm
but that's also the thing with Pino.
yeah.
Is that he likes Yuru Camp.
I like
Yeah,
it now because
exactly.
now I get it.
What do
I
you
was
mean
looking
you
at
get?
It, I was looking at it at the wrong angle.
I don't understand. What do you mean looking at it from a wrong angle?
The point wasn't that they needed to, there wasn't a goal in that
Yes.
specific thing. It was
There
an
doesn't-
informative. It was an informative thing.
I think that's my biggest issue with how you consume slice of life in particular.
Yeah, and that's my biggest flaw. That's the
Is
issue.
that you need to have a goal. You need to have something happening at all times, while I am so content with just chilling out,
we have to do
having
it.
a cozy little
It's
time.
Chuck's way or the highway.
It's
You can't watch anime your own
you
way.
can't watch anime the way that you want to watch it.
No.
Yeah.
That's wrong and
And that's why I was
incorrect.
so hard on K-On! Remember when I
Dude,
said
you're-
nothing
you're
happened
hard?
until
See, now
the
that's
second
where you're
season?
wrong.
That
I'm pretty sure nothing happened. They learned to play an instrument, sure, but I still didn't get the point.
Fucking
There was no Love
Yui.
Live to get to. They just wanted to get good at music. I'm like, that's
Yeah,
cool.
but that's
Not for
the
me.
best reason is to just
They had a little Love
practice
Live,
at it
like at the end.
because you want to do it.
I don't know, man.
Pino
If
doesn't.
I don't want to do anything, I'll go to work.
Pino doesn't think that watching anime about friendship is good. So,
Dude, I watch
like,
One Piece, of course. What do you mean?
no, but
I
that's not
couldn't
what
ever
I'm
try.
saying, Pino.
I could never try to define what it is about some shows, some slice of life that I like, some that I don't, because I don't honestly. There's probably no rhyme or reason to it, just because of the way I am.
You're
the
an enigma.
enigma that I am. I know exactly the reason why I like slice of life and many shows. It's character. It's always been that way for me. There's never not been a point, like, if you give me an engaging character, I will watch it. And that's my downfall, because you give me something like World Trigger and I'm like, man, I don't like Osamu that much. He's kind of a little piece of white bread from Aldi that I bought for 99
we're bringing
cents
that
now.
back. If we don't use
No,
that
no,
at the
no.
beginning-
This is an example, Pino. But then you introduced me to this full cast of like much more interesting and engaging characters that are immediately engaging, rather. That I don't need this full build up to, like, that I can still get invested in his story while also being able to be like, wow, I love Jin. He's a funny little guy. Like, characters are it. Characters are the lifeblood of everything that I watch. There's like, I don't think there's a single show that I enjoy that, like, I don't know at least a character of. And that's why I own figures. I've also realized that there's a reason why I buy so much merchandise and figures. A, because I'm a slave to capitalism.
Absolutely.
But B, is because the characters are so good. And so, like, I'm like, man, they just, like, a month or so ago, they're like, oh yeah, we're doing a ranking of kings, Boji Nendroid. And I'm like, well, there goes $60. I'm buying a Boji. And like,
I feel that.
And it's such a, like, small thing in the large scheme of things, because obviously there's plot, there's story, there's characters, or not characters, there's like music, there's theming, everything like that, blah blah blah. But like, I can put up with all that, like, even if it's kind of doggy doo-doo and you still give me some fun characters, I can make it work. I'm like, and so you then give us like, I'm trying to think of, you know, because it's just a classic punching bag on FAP at this point. Fucking Dimension W.
Yippee!
Got nothing. There's no interesting characters in that. Like, absolutely none. I remember there was like a mole people part at one part, and
the
like
little round guys. Yeah.
Yeah, and but like, I don't know their names. I don't know what they were doing. I know like energy was a thing, but
Just
like
mulling
that's
around.
it. Yeah, but
Digging tunnels and shit.
I can't. You don't give me someone engaging to link with. I will not link with a show.
Right.
And Pino is a bit silly because this is the reason why I love all KyoAni shows, is because they do characters so well. And even if they don't do full focused plots or anything, and they're just palling around in the tea times, like, come on.
That's why Tamako Market was so good for me.
See, and Tamako Market bored me. Is the like?
See, Garb is just not is like truly a flip of a coin.
Garb is destroying my theory in one word.
Exactly. No, that's what I'm saying. I like it might be for you, Pino. It is not for Garb, and it is not for me. Like, it's, guys, it's the glory of anime.
Yeah,
because
I think. Go ahead, you first.
I'm just saying that you can watch things and enjoy things, but then there are some things that are objectively bad that Pino likes, and I'm like, I don't like that.
Not how that works.
You can like bad things. It's fine. I love terrible things. I love Dragon Ball.
We don't like Darling in the Franxx, though. We can't.
Darling,
no, I like
Garb loved it. Garb loved that show.
It's
what
bad, and
about?
I loved it. You can.
It was
live
awful
that way.
Who
not
gave you the
good.
sissy flu? What's going
and
on?
I didn't
what happened?
that was the first sissy flu.
I don't think it's come back this season, has it?
No, it has once.
I can't remember. I need to look at the list again.
Hey.
Maybe. Usually.
Just goes back to my
Regardless,
dumb quote that still makes me giggle.
Silly.
If one is to understand anime, one must study all its aspects, not just a dogmatic narrow view of an anime review, like ours.
Well, see, but like, I don't know. Like, it...
Don't listen to Chuck. Watch what you want to watch, how you want to watch it.
Watch what you want to watch, but if you come up to me and tell me that I'm wrong, I'm going to slap you.
Hey,
I don't want to hear that. I don't want you to slander in front of me.
Nah.
Get out of here.
I hope we go to a con, and I hope people do nothing except
I will wear a sign, and I will say, if you come up and slander me, I will slap you.
I want to slap you.
Yeah, I'll slap you right back, harder and stronger.
Wow.
And your whole
we'll double team you.
Your whole skeletal system will vibrate.
I'm okay with this.
Guys, remember when we were talking about Komi-san? Huh?
Yeah. My last little bit was that despite all these shows,
all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Hell yeah, no. We're never going to escape misunderstandings in any of these modern.
Well, because that's
There's always misunderstandings.
well, because
Misunderstandings is bad and cringe.
I hate
And
it.
we
but
can
it's
all
also
agree on that.
realistic. It happens in real life.
Not that. I mean,
No.
they can't be that dense.
It's not
Maybe
that
if you're
I'm
bad.
not that
stupid
dense.
like me.
Yeah,
But you're
Garb.
not that
Garb,
dense
it seems
either.
like a lot of the issues with your life is that you're stupid.
Yeah.
No, it's not how that works. Don't say that about my friend.
He's my friend. He just called himself dumb and stupid.
Don't say that about my friend.
I love my friends.
But, you
I
know-
fight for my friends.
That's
I'm
life.
stupid for my friends.
I'm just,
Put that on a shirt.
I go crazy. I go stupid for my friends. Put that on a shirt.
The moral of the story is I don't like slice of life anime.
Except when
I'm-
you do.
Except
Slice
when
of
he
life manga
does.
might be different. I might have to switch
Slice
to
of life manga
manga
is based. It's
just
true.
because I'll be able to pace it myself. I don't get to be stuck on what the man wants me.
But
I
but,
can just
what
read.
the Crunchyroll wants me to do.
Yeah.
but what about
And that's my takeaway. I think I prefer slice of life manga is what I've come to learn.
I was gonna bring up Nichijou, but I guess that's more of like a sketch comedy than slice of life. It's
It's
kind
still
of an
slice
enigma.
of life though.
That's still slice of life.
Yeah.
I still don't know
Absolutely.
what I fully feel.
Yeah,
about
you're
it, though.
dumb, Pino. I feel like that just undermines
You rated
your
it
whole
really
argument.
low. You didn't like Nichijou.
Yeah, he hates it.
So
It's very strange to me. Again, there's no goal in there,
no.
so I
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
really
just
impressed
funny.
about it.
Pino
Jokes
gave
are
it a
funny.
3.2.
It's not bad. It's just not. I liked some of the jokes. It's just I didn't like all the jokes.
He ranked One Piece episode of East Blue above Nichijou,
That
which is
is
actually
But I
sacrilege.
bleed One Piece.
No, but like that's bad One Piece.
I
Pino.
stan One Piece.
Pino, stan culture is
I
toxic.
take an L for One Piece.
You
as
are
I
taking
usually
an L
do.
right now.
Dude, I'm about to take 2.
What?
I'll hand you all mine. You can carry them.
Oh.
It's true. Garb has a lot of L's.
I can.
that
I
he
got
can
some
give
to
out.
share. There you go.
Oh Lord.
God
man.
damn.
But yeah. Point is, I found a structure for a lot of these modern comedies, and I don't know if I'll go into any more. But if they look cute, I'll give it a try. Ara Henson is not my favorite.
Wait,
though.
Pino, but like what is your claim that they are all the same? Because
Oh, the
you've
structure's
never.
the same. Easy. Let me put it in order for you.
Okay.
And it again, the lengths of each of these scenarios will depend on the story we're given. Obviously, you need to introduce your MC and your MC.
Okay,
is the- you
so
know-
we're talking about general plot
yeah.
at this
Hold
point.
up. But they need to have maybe the first several chapters, or maybe the first several episodes, first couple episodes, specifically only those two, which is great because I like focusing on just not too many characters a lot of the times, and I've noticed that in several of these. After a while, it really depends. It could be after the first episode, could be even after the 5th. You get the introduction of the side friends, which again I think is pretty good. But if your side friends are not, if I'm not vibing, I'm probably not staying. Okay. I already mentioned the gimmick. There's always a gimmick. So as long as the gimmick is interesting enough, you introduce it early on. It's probably in the title. It's probably in the long ass title of your anime or our manga series. Every little bit of your school and or home slice of life scenarios happen in between, which bore me to death. Oh ho ho, we're at school and we're doing a funny thing. Oh ho ho, we're at the beach and we're also doing another funny thing. Make it interesting for me in between those. But you always have school, beach, festival. Again, you can't really change that. That's the slice of life of that particular genre. Large and pertinent plot points being placed in way too far away places in the story. Nagatoro has that issue, like you mentioned. President shows up with a conflict near the end. Typically, if something like that happens, I'm out. Luckily, the character saved me in this series, which is why I was still in. If your conflict is just too far away from me, like a lot of these are, I'm not in for it. Bringing up my love story or the thing that we watched before, they kind of already the plot that kept going for that one was that they're in love. I want to see them stay in love, and I know they're gonna throw something in to make their love not work. That's why I stuck with it. I got the resolution, and I wanted them to keep that status quo, and I knew things were gonna come and bounce in, like Sister Sunakawa, and then Mr. Sunakawa, and then Baby Sunakawa.
But like, you're saying that these all have this exact same structure, correct?
They all include these things. They may be in different ratios, and they're all in the same order personally for me.
That's not true, though. Like, for example, Ori Monogatari, we don't meet Yamato until after you meet Tsunakawa. Tsunakawa and Goda are introduced far before she is. Mm-hmm. Same thing with something like Working, which
Working.
It's based. It introduces all the characters first, and we don't even get to that romance part until maybe like episode 5 or 6. Mm-hmm. And even then, it's like kind of subdued, and there's not really major conflicts beyond just the general feelings. You have something like Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun. There's no big conflict at the end. It's just them romancing with this fun cast of characters. Quintessential quintuplets. Once again, like just sort of a romance, a little bit of a comedy, a little bit of a slice of life with all these characters. And while they do introduce, like, for example, the picture and that sort of mystery, it never overtakes that story, and it never felt out of left field because they have already talked about it. Same thing with something like, now I'm going deep into the degeneracy, Monster Musume. That is another rom-com slice of life show.
Pretty ecchi. I don't know if I'd go for that one.
It's based, and we are going to watch it at some point. But like, once again, for me, and I know this is for me, and the reason why a lot of these shows are kind of different is because I don't care about if it's goal-oriented or not. No big bad at the end. There's like, there's some parts where you're like, oh man, we got to do like this thing, but it's no more than like an episode or two. And it's interspersed without as like a normal conflict of the daily life sort of thing. And so I feel like it's short-sighted of you to say that they're all structured the same. Maybe a lot of the popular ones that you have seen are all structured relatively similar, but I feel like it is a disservice to my favorite genre of slice of life and comedy and romance to sweep everything into one big umbrella,
Well, yeah, that's why I want to specifically say modern slice of life romance.
Well, what do you
comedy.
mean? What do you mean modern?
Well, easy. I'm still trying to figure of a time zone, of like a year time, but I'm thinking 2015 and onwards.
Okay, so we got Monogatari 2015. We got Quint 2019. We got Monster Musume 2015. Already 3 of those are in that category.
Right.
Like it's.
And then we've got like not copy and paste, but we've got a lot of the other ones, Magical, Nagatoro, Takagi.
But also, those just aren't as good. You're going for the lowest common denominator slice of lives.
But again, those are the ones that kind of represent their genre at the moment. Like this is
they represent the current themings and trends within it, but
exactly.
But
I still like a romantic comedy. Hell, what did I give Toradora? I gave that a 5.
But Toradora isn't modern, Pino.
Exactly. That's the issue.
What is that?
Modern,
what?
I don't
Pino,
like
that doesn't make a single
romance
sense.
comedy.
Pino.
It's just too samey right now for me. All the
Pino, you need to Pino.
Are just it's just
Pino,
the same
you need
thing.
to look beyond the 3 shows that you see on Twitter. Okay? It is not it is
I could
Twitter's
go into my other secret one, but I don't want to talk about
what?
that one.
What is your secret? What is your secret weapon, Pino, that you're gonna try and pull out on us?
Why the hell are you here, teacher son?
Oh, what the fuck is that?
That one's the borderline hentai manga / anime. That one is literally the same thing, except it's all adult content, slice of life stuff. It's
what?
A guilty pleasure, but it's also just the same thing. Random scenario occurs, and nothing really progresses until the end. There's like some sort of, it's very strange. Don't look it up.
Once again, Pino, but also you give a couple examples.
I can give more, but I don't want the episode to go to 4 hours.
Well, we're already there.
We're only on 2. And that's after 30 minutes of
it just doesn't.
Pre-recording.
It just feels like it's a very small sample size for what
I could go into some of the manga. I mean, I've got Tomo-chan. I've got my friend's little sister has it in for me. I've got Yanshagal no Anjo-san, which is basically just blonde Nagatoro, just done slightly worse, I think. I can go for more.
Okay, do you want me to go through mine, Pino? Because you shouldn't have brought up manga, by the way.
I mean, those are the ones I've read, but again,
okay, so a
lot of those are modern.
Pino, I'm gonna list the things that I'm currently reading right now.
Okay.
Hitomi-chan is shy with strangers. No overall conflict. Is a romantic comedy, slice of life, fantastic stuff. You have things like, girlfriend, ex-girlfriend.
It's a good gimmick.
Kanjo
That's
mo
Shark
Kanjo,
Teeth.
which is once again a romantic comedy about a two-timing guy, but who isn't actually two-timing because he's upfront about it, and he's like, I love you, I want to date you, but you are also so cute, so I will ask my girlfriend if I could date you. It's pretty based. 100 girlfriends who really, 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 really love you. Another one that is a shameless harem manga, but it is so wholesome. We have shows. I mean, yeah, no, it didn't actually finish. But Rent a Girlfriend. That one has another rom-com-esque focus, I think. Oh yeah, the Elf Can't Get on a Diet.
What?
Yeah, the story about a man and a woman, and when they sleep together, money appears out of nowhere.
What?
That's a gimmick and a half. What the hell?
We got Bijin Ona Joshin Takizawa-san, which is about an office worker and his boss, and they love each other very much. Dragon Maid's still going on. Oh, we got Senko-san. That's a good one.
Pino, how did you feel about Dragon Maid?
Huh? What?
Pino, how did you feel about Dragon Maid?
I didn't like
hated
it.
You.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
There isn't a point.
Why can't you just enjoy characters living their lives, Pino?
Because I want to live my own life. What do you mean?
Then stop watching it and complaining.
Stop recommending it.
We force him to.
But then he forces us to watch this. So
all I'm saying is, if you make me watch Uzaki-chan, I'm gonna leave the podcast. I absolutely don't like Uzaki.
Nozaki? Really?
Uzaki-chan, yeah, I don't. Uzaki, I don't.
Okay. Uzaki, it's very mid. It is not that great.
It's. I don't like that.
It just the characters aren't engaging. Anyway, guys, we gotta fucking talk about something else.
We could talk about the characters, but I'm kind of tired.
There's like 4 characters.
There's not a lot
it's
of characters.
super.
Awesome.
There's literally 6 characters on the My Anime List page. Like,
awesome, let's go. Okay, starting off with Senpai-san, aka Naoto-kun.
Mid.
He's there.
Mid,
Yeah,
boring.
he's there.
They don't.
Cringe.
Fun fact: they don't actually give him a name literally until halfway through the chapters too, so we don't know his name.
His name is Sandbag.
Which is hilarious. I like his relatability. Unfortunately,
I don't think he's that relatable.
I never said to you, buddy.
Well, but like his whole thing is that he is like, okay, this is another thing that I realized while I was watching it. Until like episode 8, Mans never puts together like a full sentence.
Yeah, he totally
like
doesn't.
he's just getting harassed this whole time. So like it is just
Eventually
nothing.
he does though. Eventually.
Yes, and that's when he becomes tolerable.
Yeah.
But
8
when
episodes
he's
in,
yeah, exactly, and Jesus Christ, and then I went back to being bad again. So I was like, thank God. I can be mean about this whole show.
He sucks. I don't like him.
He sucks.
But I like watching him get bullied. That makes me happy.
I don't like that either.
No, I
Garb,
don't.
you're really chaotic today.
God, Garb said, I'm just gonna say things.
I choose evil today.
He did.
Well,
choose
this whole
evil
show
today.
is basically the concept of. There's like one tweet where someone was like, "Good pussy implies the
Bad
existence of
pussy.
evil pussy,"
Evil
and
pussy,
then the
yeah.
whole
What is
like
going on?
jokes that spawned off of that of pussy from a girl who is evil, and that's just the show.
I'm so
And this is just podcast with someone who is evil.
It's true.
Today,
This is
anyway.
evil Garb.
This
is evil Garb. I don't know how I feel about evil Garb
Flora?
anymore.
My stupid cat was eating the cord. I was like, why's my cord getting shorter? Fucking nomming on
Say
him.
yum yum.
Yeah, I'm like, what's happening here? And she's just going yum yum yum.
who else we got?
I feel like Naoto at the beginning was literally just a quote unquote self insert. They didn't adapt too much. I'm proud to say that his growth is actually really good, especially with 100 chapters. Like
I don't have enough strength.
This man grows.
He did actually start to develop by the end of the anime, so I believe that.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad, because again, 100 chapters, that's a lot for me to give anything.
And he's also
except
got a
for
lot
One Piece.
of room. They gave him a lot of room to grow.
They also gave him nothing at the beginning. So
Yeah,
it could
Well,
be-
so-
yeah, he's got you can't just get out of a bully situation that quick unless you actually talk to a teacher, which you should. But yeah, Naoto is just there.
Naoto's bad. I don't like
Naoto
him.
is there.
I would believe
You know who's
him
not
too.
there? Nagatoro. She's not there.
Nagatoro's bad. I don't like her.
No, she's great.
Nagatoro is literally
She bully.
a
She's-
character who
she's
does not
straight-
know how to express that she likes somebody.
She's straight
Yeah.
harassing him, and it's not good, and I don't like watching it.
No, she's mega based.
She's pretty.
she's not mega based Garb.
Turbo baby.
Fun fact:
It's
her
not
birthday was April the
turbo-based.
1st. Hilarious to me.
Not
but no,
turbo-based.
her at the beginning, a menace, would never please ratio, please cancel her.
No,
But
you can never. That just
It's-
makes her stronger.
but knowing that she's not able to really just be nice, even though she wants to, is just kind of what I like
But,
about it. She's doing what she thinks she wants, but she.
But do we
truly
know
doesn't.
that? We never see the point where you see her actually express that I can't express my feelings.
I mean,
we
see
don't
she
get-
can,
we don't-
yeah.
She
Running
doesn't
No,
away
know
no,
from
how.
situations.
No, but we don't get any insight on that. We
I don't know,
never.
I think it's pretty
we never.
obvious.
The closest thing we see to that is her running away. So we don't even know if that's real, Pino.
I don't know.
I-
I read that too.
Yeah, I mean that's kind
But,
of
like,
obvious.
it-
Kinda
it's-
Kids
just-
don't.
You've
know how to
never been
express
in a
themselves.
situation like this, so you can't say shit.
Yeah, I've been bullied.
I'm
by
an
women
anime
all my
reviewer.
life.
I have to say shit. I need to.
I've been bullied by girls, and then I realized, oh shit, they liked me. And I just
Exactly.
kinda just yeeted myself out of the situation. But yeah, no, it's a strangely real thing. People kids, and which is what they are. They really don't know how to express their feelings. Their chemicals are just out of whack.
But don't you can't. You can blame that to an extent, but you cannot blame it.
But that is what gives her
To
character
what this
room
point.
to develop.
No, but you don't have to Tagati-san or whatever the fuck.
Takagi.
The
She likes
teasing
that.
one.
Yeah,
The teasing one.
yeah, Takagi.
That's
Yeah,
all of
that
them.
That one is to me feels better because it is more lighthearted and more innocent.
No, I
It
want
is
them
not-
evil.
No.
I'm gonna rate this a
but,
5 just to
the
spite
They're
them.
MC
children-
still feels tortured by it every day.
But it's they're in middle school and this is a kid.
They're all
Being they are all kids.
They're
But
all stupid
it's a
kids.
kid dealing with the kid things of kid joking around and not straight harassment.
Well, yeah. Haven't you been to high school?
Yes.
Those shitters are
I
evil.
went to 3 different high schools,
Those
Pino.
shitters are evil. You don't.
But you're
Pino,
tall.
I've been to 3 times the amount of high schools you've been to.
You're tall.
I don't
People
wanna-
didn't mess with you. They're like, oh, that tall new kid. We don't fuck with him.
Yeah,
These
they
shorty
have
boys,
respect.
We
That's what
fuck
they
with
had.
them.
One of the guys I played basketball with called me country big.
I'm saying.
That's just a statement. That's something I thought of right now.
All I'm saying is that Nagatoro, on initial glance, is probably someone you wouldn't want to hang out with.
And on second glance, I still wouldn't want to hang out
On second
with.
glance, she has qualities that make her endearing, I think.
Like what?
Well, easy. She's funny.
She's not.
She's
Pino.
really funny.
Pino,
Yeah.
I
you
think she's
didn't
funny.
like Pino. You didn't like Nichijou. You can't have a say in what's funny.
Yeah, but you like Konosu bad, so I mean, you don't.
Garb
either.
also liked Konosuba, so like
Yeah,
truly,
but
I
didn't
feel
you
like
also say Garb also likes trash things?
I do
mean,
like garbage. I do.
So if Garb likes something, I mean, we
It
have
doesn't
to
mean
share
shit.
it's not the transitive property, Pino.
It's that's how it works. That's how
A
chaotic
broken
evil
clock is right twice a day. Okay.
works. Yeah. But it's right almost. I mean, if you
What?
I don't want to.
Wait,
go
wait,
into too much
wait, wait,
details.
What?
Twice a day, but if you go to a different time zone with that clock, you can get it right a couple more times within that same day.
No,
right?
it's Pino. That is such a bizarre statement to make. That is, we're going to the
I
next.
love
segment.
how I don't
care.
understand the point you're making. I love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
truly,
It gives me life.
it makes no
Absolutely.
sense.
I'm just chaotic. That's it.
Guys,
I'm not evil. I'm just chaotic.
Let's talk about Gamu.
Gamo. I feel
I
like
love
everybody
her.
likes Gamo.
Gamo's base.
She's so
You
evil.
all like Gamo. I don't.
Why?
She's just not interesting.
How is she not interesting?
She's just there. Like
Okay,
honestly,
you could say
she's just
that
there.
about Yoshi, but
Yoshi's cute though. She
so she has to be cute to be interesting.
Wow, Pino, you're
Gamo's-
thinking all about looks, huh?
Nah,
Wow,
dude,
kind of
look.
shallow.
Wow, yeah, hell yeah, dude. No. We'll talk about Yoshi when we get there. I don't know, like Gamo is just like lesser
She's
Nagatoro.
great.
Insightful
No, but, like,
Nagatoro,
she's-
that's what Gamo is.
No, but she's like, she doesn't put up with Nagatoro shit, and that's what I appreciate about her. Is like she will also fire back and be like, "Hey, I'm also going to make sure that you're not just unchecked in power."
Yeah.
She's like the judiciary branch to Nagatoro's executive branch.
This is not what I expected in this episode. Oh Lord.
And that's my statement.
All right. You know what? Just because of that, I accept.
You
Just
can't
'cause that's
have
stupid.
unchecked power.
You're right. And that's why we have Yoshi. What is Yoshi then? Is she like state government? Is she local government?
No,
Yoshi's the Coast Guard.
Coast Guard. Got you. Yoshi,
Yoshi's
I like
funny,
Yoshi.
but I wish they did more with her.
Yoshi's
Especially because
Yeah.
they do I thought it was beautiful and insightful and whatnot. And I'm like, wow, I love the trope of like dumb characters being like, oh, we're actually smart.
It's so
She's-
good.
But like,
she's
I wish they
not-
did more with it.
Yeah, me
She's
too.
not a bully. She is.
She
an
just kind of
enabler.
follows.
Yeah,
Gamo.
she follows. But she's also really shy as well. I don't know if you've noticed there's some
Yes.
moments where she's put on the spot. That's what I like about Yoshi a
Yeah,
little
she's
more.
cool.
She's more
'Cause
interesting.
It's because she has depth, unlike Nagatoro, who bullies and then is I'm tsundere.
Don't worry. Yeah, don't worry. He doesn't know.
I'll show you some depth when you're 6 feet under.
Wow.
God, I hope so.
Wow. What happened here? What is going on?
God, give me a
Um,
date, I'll be there.
All right. Who was the other character on this list? Sakura. Sakura did not show up as much.
Sakura is fine.
Sakura is
Bland.
She had a couple
She's-
really good moments, but they were
I
not.
liked the moment where she was like, I joined the gamer club after.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't.
that's
I don't
fun.
remember that.
Yeah, she joined the gamer club. So initially she was sent in to like destroy that friendship.
Oh yeah,
then-
that's what I didn't remember. That came out.
But then they're pals. Yeah, now they're
Yeah,
pals.
That's
It's like
great.
now I play games.
Now I'm a gamer.
I actually enjoy Sakura a lot. She's like quote
I
unquote
enjoy
the only
Sakura,
nice one.
but I wish they had more of her.
Absolutely. Absolutely. See?
I mean,
Yeah.
that's me with all.
And there's
the
only like
friends, I'd
6
say.
characters. There's
Yeah,
plenty of
it's hard.
room.
It's crazy how.
Absolutely.
God.
Including the 6th character, Sana Sunomiya.
Man,
President.
who the fuck?
That's president.
I know. I said, who the fuck? We get nothing about her. I don't care about her.
I like her.
She's
She is serious.
If she had glasses, she would be best girl, but she doesn't.
Wow.
if she had
she has a
glasses,
motorcycle.
she'd be based.
She has a motorcycle.
She reminds me
That's
of
all
we
I'll
don't
tell you
know.
now.
In the good and bad ways.
Oh man.
I don't know, man. She's just a non-character to me because she shows up for plot convenience and that's it. So I don't
I
care
mean, doesn't
for her.
everybody show up for plot convenience?
No, Pino, that's the whole reason I like Slice of Life is that there is no plot convenience. They could just be characters without a higher purpose. You don't need to have a higher purpose.
What is my purpose? You're here to be the background. Oh no.
Oh no. Garb,
But I think I understand
Garb,
that,
when
yeah.
Pino and I are yelling and arguing, I'm here
existing.
to be in the background. Oh God.
I'm just along for the ride.
Truly, you're our beauty. So to my Don Patch and
my
Chuck's
Bobo.
Bobo.
It truly is.
Oh man, if only.
Now
I was jelly.
Garb's definitely
No,
Don
I'm
Patch.
Don
You're
Patch.
Jelly Jiggler.
Yeah, it's true. It's absolutely true.
Sometime with
We've-
occasional beauty-like properties.
Absolutely.
And Pino has Gasser-like properties.
Yeah.
I'm just Bo all the way.
I'll dabble inside the Hatenko personality once in a while. That's only when I go to Roosts though.
It's true.
It's baseball season. My family's got to go.
Oh man, I wish we were watching Bobobo.
I
Guys,
always
though,
wish we were watching
guess what?
Bobobo.
Speaking
Guess
of Bobobo,
Yeah. Thank
guys,
you. I love this already.
I love Bobobo.
crossover.
You know what we
Guys.
also should talk about?
What should we talk about?
I don't know. There's something I feel like you want to tell us.
I
Yeah.
mean,
There's some-
really, I've made a lot of statements today that I am proud of.
I got an email about my bank statement.
Oh, Pino, how low are you? How much are you in debt?
Well, with that Nagatoro figure out of the way, I'm just kidding.
Pino, I don't condone bullying, but I would absolutely bully you because
Nah.
I know that Nagatoro figure would be sus in some way.
Nah, the only Nagatoro I would get would be an android. And that's
Guys.
on God.
Dude. God's like, I don't want none of this. What the fuck? Hey guys, though, guess what?
What's that? I'm listening.
What?
Huh? What is it? I
What?
hear something.
In the distance. Calling out.
Oh, welcome to the 102nd edition of Who's the Best Girl, the part of the podcast where each contestant puts forward their choice for Best Girl of the episode and duke it out for title. Best Girl. Today our contestants, guys, Pino, Garb, myself, and the Patreon. Come on. We've done this. Who are you each advocating for?
I pick Yoshi.
Good. Chuck, what did you pick?
Gamo, baby. I'm
Gamo.
Maki.
This is hilarious because I picked Sakura.
Nice.
And the patrons, I believe, the most I've seen on here is that they were tied between Nagatoro and President.
Both bad choices.
But let me just double check here. Supporting. No, it's sorry, Best Girl Discretions. I also saw Yoshi in here too.
Yeah, because Yoshi's great.
It's true. You know what? I'm just gonna do it just to make people angry. Let's go ahead and defend Nagatoro.
Okay, well, I'm about to rip anything you say apart. Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude. Garb, go ahead. Tell us why Yoshi's good.
You know, we already talked about it. She's got that dumb person trope with the occasional insight, and for most of the show, she has no thoughts,
Yeah.
and I love it.
I liked when she did the fusion dance in between the little title cards. The little
Fusion?
Dan.
Yeah,
fusion.
she's
It
great.
made me giggle.
But
Yeah,
I
okay,
mean,
I see that. Yeah, she's pretty good. She got a pupper too. She got a little dog. That's awesome.
Yeah, she loved dogs.
Yeah.
I love that shirt.
This
That
shirt's
shirt
so
is
funny.
so funny.
she also
I
is
think
just
she
kind
does
of,
get the most love.
and she's kind of just also along for the ride. She's just
Yeah.
kind of hanging out.
Yeah, I
Thanks.
can deal with that.
But I can carpool. That's fine.
I
I
love
wish
that she
we
has-
got more stuff about her. Though.
Me too. I love that she has no pupils. It just makes her look extra
It's true.
brain
Me
dead.
too. Me
Yeah.
too. Honestly.
And that
I
time
got-
she hatched out of an egg like another
No
Yoshi.
qualms. Oh yeah, good funny haha Nintendo reference. Am I right? That actually didn't happen in the manga.
Oh, nice.
She was just
Good.
straightening her bunny.
Guys,
suit to
I'm a
slay.
Yoshi. Get it?
Yeah, bring ho.
Bring. Oh.
But
All right, tell us why Gamo is Gamo.
Guys,
Gamo.
Gamo's fucking based.
yeah,
She's the tallest. She has that shit-eating grin like all the time.
Yeah,
Like peak character design is tall girl with like the smile.
I could agree with that.
Like that's
I-
peak. That's
I know
peak.
I shat on her during the character, but I get it.
She's great. She's a part-time gym trainer apparently.
I thought you were gonna say part-time ginger. I'm like, what do you mean?
No, it's the
full-time,
ombre.
baby.
It's the ombre in her hair. She's part-time ginger, part-time blonde.
I can't believe this.
But Chuck, I thought you don't condone bullying. How do you like
Well,
her?
once again, she's like, she keeps the power in check, and she isn't nearly as aggressive as Nagatoro.
The bully of
Sure.
my bully is my friend.
Exactly.
You know what? I see it. You're pretty basic.
I do. It's like the fucking muscly handshake meme. It's Miyagawa over fighting against Nagatoro. I love her. Yeah,
that's actually great.
Yeah, she is very good. And then she's also apparently the most recurring out of all supporting characters.
Yeah.
That's true.
Which
That's
is
actually very true.
based.
You know who isn't the most around of supporting characters? Yeah, that's right. My pick, Sakura. But I only pick her because she's at least nice to senpai.
But she is manipulative.
Hey man, sometimes you need a little bit of chaos in your life, dude. And she's a gamer now, so she's playing.
She's a
video
gamer.
games.
It's true.
She's a gamer. She also has drip. Do you see that date episode? Am I right, fellas?
I always got the drip.
She has the drip. She had the little beret. I thought that was great. Also, she is got sleepy eyes. Sleepy eyes are great. She's just tired all the time, and that's why
Sleepy Eyes is always a good character design choice.
Exactly. Funny enough, and I'll just say it now. She fixes that problem. She then starts sleeping right, like on God.
That's very funny. I love that. That's such a funny bit.
Like,
now I'm not sleepy.
There's a noticeable difference. She's drawn so different now. I'm just like,
Oh yeah, I can see it on the wiki.
funny.
That's so funny. That is so funny. I love that.
Oh my god,
That's
she's
good.
great.
That's
Don't
good.
let
I
anyone
love-
else tell you anything else. She just happens to flirt a lot. That's all. Anyways,
Very funny.
and then Nagatoro, Nagatoro base.
Nagatoro cringe.
Nagatoro, I would what is something that I can make to rile up the masses? I would let her sleep on that couch because she's Nagatoro and she would probably punch me.
That's harassment, Pino.
Yeah.
Do you need
Yeah.
help?
I maybe remember
Blink
those two
twice.
moods. Remember those two moods? To be crushed and to not be crushed. Sometimes sometimes I need to be crushed. Thank you for posting the sleepy and the wake Sakura. It's great.
I love Awake Sakura. My crops have been watered and
Absolutely.
my soul has been healed.
Flourishing,
Amen.
hydrated.
But no, Nagatoro, despite all of the bullying and all of the outward kind of feelings towards Naoto-kun, she really does mean well, and you know, she may at the moment be trying to understand those feelings, despite me knowing, you know, she actually does like him. You know, the lengths she does go to like protect senpai is kind of
Oh my god,
it's
those
funny to me,
jealous
like-
eyes.
yeah, like
You
the
know.
jealous eyes, keeping like don't touch him, like you can't even be her fake boyfriend, like she wants just him. She just doesn't want to admit it. And that's great. Like she knows what she wants, she just doesn't know how to say it, which is a little sad. Also, she is pretty okay at fighting games, and I'm not, so pretty perfect sparring partners. So that'd be great. Yep, and cats. Cats are cool.
I loved the recurring cat bits.
Absolutely. I like the big old cat costumes, and then realizing Sakura was not in one of them.
That was a good bit.
That was, yeah, it was
a
the
good
stalker. But yeah, if you want to tell us why the side characters are you know, the better choice for the pick, please send us an email.
They always are. They always
Absolutely.
are.
Do we have emails?
I fucking doubt it. Let me check though.
I'm looking at the My Anime list, and I have just learned that Nagatoro has an older sister.
Ah, yes, Sister Toro.
Guys, we got one.
I'm gonna tell you now. The family is pretty based. Anyways,
Guys, Howdy Gamers is the
Howdy
title. Alex, thank you for sending this in.
Thank you.
I was at work and was just very curious about which fruit or vegetable y'all would rather turn into.
I'd like to become a green sour apple to reflect my personality. as green.
You were ready for the answer to that.
I
You were
know what I
ready.
want. That's what I was eating before the show started.
I'm
Vegetable,
cool.
however, I'd be a cucumber.
I
wanna
was just gonna
be-
say I'm a cool cucumber.
I want to be a
Hey.
coconut
Dude, you put the lime
because
in the
it's
coconut.
technically a fruit and it can float in the ocean.
Dude,
That's it. I just think coconut's a funny thing, and also it'll probably
that's a tropical fruit. You
last
think a bird
longer
can
than
carry
you
that over?
guys.
You think a bird can?
Yeah, that just means you have
Coconuts
to
migrate?
suffer longer.
Do you
Fool.
think coconuts migrate?
What?
Yes.
Coconuts, can they migrate?
Yes.
Okay,
They can now.
I believe
They
you.
can if you kick them hard enough. Like
Absolutely.
I'm gonna kick Chuck.
Don't do that. It's bullying. We
That's
don't like
fine.
bullying.
I've been kicked.
I can't believe it. I do have miscellaneous. If you'd like some answers to some questions.
Hit me with it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to go quick. So remember when I
You
mentioned
better.
Naruto?
Yeah, it sucks.
So there was a point. I like to consider there's a turning point in how Nanashi, the creator, kind of turned from one side of the spectrum to another. Previous to a movie called The Last Naruto Movie, his work was very
Yeah,
kind of-
Boruto, the last Naruto movie.
yeah, like his stories and his arts were very a bit more on the not PC side. It was very not violent, but very darker than what most people like. After that movie, and it solidified Naruto and Hinata as a couple. He kind of had a bit of a turning point in his life, and then he wrote like a couple of doujinshis of just them as like a married couple, all happy and whatnot. And then his writing started to take effect and started to go into a more wholesome route. I think that's kind of hilarious that one little thing can just like make it spiral into
And it was
just
fucking
positivity.
Boruto, the last Naruto movie. What the
Dude.
fuck?
Hey man, if your ship makes it, I don't know. I feel like that's something that I don't think I've ever had happen to me officially.
God, I hope Boruto Naruto the movie. What a stupid name. What a stupid name.
It's pretty.
I
stupid,
hate
man.
it. I'm clicking through the doujinshi now, and I'm like, wow.
It's
Truly
it's a thing.
looking at doujinshi with the boys, I guess.
Absolutely, dude. You wouldn't have it any other way. But yeah, other than that, let's see what else I have in my notes here. So, something I didn't know is that the female characters of the show were actually named after railway stations in Japan. So there's Fujimogamo, Nagatoro, Oihara, Shiki, and like he's been naming some of these characters as like landmarks, which I thought was bonkers to me. I was like, what the heck? Like I didn't know that. It's all in the Saitama Prefecture, of course. Which
Base
is,
Saitama
again,
Prefecture.
very strange. Nice little tidbit. This man also originally did not start out as being a mangaka. He used to draw a lot of like manga panels like back in high school, but he was actually like in the games industry, which is hilarious to me because then he made that that Escape the Room game. Which I
Yeah.
thought it's pretty cool. And other than that, let me see what else I have in my notes here. Other than that, there's like apparently there's not much known about him. Like at the beginning, like they weren't even sure if he was like a man or a woman, and like he's like very very private about his life, which I think is pretty cool. Like that's awesome. Also, sometimes his self portrait is a fish, which makes me giggle because I really don't expect it. Like it's typically like something else.
I like that.
Furudate's from Haikyuu is a chicken.
Yeah.
Ooh,
And Toriyama
God.
has like the gas mask guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. But yeah, that's what I had here. It wasn't too much of the miscellaneous because I don't want to keep us too
Yeah.
far
geez.
deep, and I've also sprinkled it in within the episode when I mentioned like the video game.
Guys, if you want to do an Easter egg hunt, go back in the episode and figure out what the fuck Pod is talking about.
Absolutely. But other than that, I think it's finally time for what we all want to eat. I mean, to rate the.
God, I want to eat pizza.
Yeah.
God, I don't even know what I'm gonna rank this. It's got to be low. Oh well, I guess Garb knows what he's gonna rank it. So what are you gonna rank it?
I'm gonna give this just barely a point higher than this art club has a problem. I'm gonna give it a 3.6 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
That number has essentially no meaning, but I liked it.
I mean, Garb, when was the last time a ranking of yours number had any actual meaning?
None.
Oh,
Because I
Kill
mean,
Kill.
I
Yeah,
explained,
exactly.
I explained
None,
it throughout the whole
exactly.
episode. You know, like I liked it. That's really more a score of how much I would recommend this based on someone's preference.
Right.
And I enjoyed it. It made me every episode made me laugh at least once. And
That's good.
Oh,
and especially for a sub, that's not very easy to do.
Mm-hmm.
With a dub, it's a little easier, but when even the sub makes me laugh, it was probably a good show. Even if it is bad, I still liked it. Fuck you.
Do you want me to go first, Chuck? Or
I can do mine. I'll make you upset.
sure, I'll make you even more upset.
I'm gonna give it a 2.65.
I'm not that upset.
I don't like it. I just really didn't like it. Like, it
Gotcha.
just didn't catch me. I might read the manga because I'm a fucking masochist and I want to see Awake. Fucking.
You want to awake Sakura? Hey,
I want to
okay.
Awake Sakura. That's it. That's the only, like, literally, that's the only reason why I would actually want to do it is to get to that funny bit and then be like,
Dude.
wow.
100 chapters isn't too bad. I'm telling you, chapters are pretty short.
God, I'll just skip all the ones that we saw in the anime, so I don't have
I think
to
like
watch.
I think it's like 46. Try around 46.
Okay. If I skip some, I won't be too worried.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Just didn't like it that much.
Right. Oh, and again, that's fair. Like, it's not a very. On the outside, it's not a very show that people would openly say they enjoy, especially with the title. I, for one, am a madman. I read the manga. I really enjoyed the source material. I enjoyed where the story was heading. When the anime got announced, I very much enjoyed the thought I think that was put into the development. I think the episodes were great. I think the pacing was great. Despite, again, yes, bullying being a bad thing, I do like that it's not focus. I mean, yes, she is a bullier, but it becomes teasing.
It is the focus, though.
Yeah, it's the name. You know clickbait titles. You know it's a clickbait title. All of these dumb shows have clickbait titles. That's why I'm never gonna watch My Mom with Two Hits, whatever it's called.
It was a bad
Mom in
show.
it.
You don't need to watch it.
I know, that's why I'm not, but it still gets me with Mom.
It was,
Anyways,
it was like, why does my mom get a double hit
yeah,
attack?
it's a weird isekai. I don't.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
not good.
Figures are nice. Anyways, I thoroughly enjoyed it in Spanish. Like, I think that is my favorite dub in Spanish, period. I enjoyed being able to share it with some Spanish-speaking friends who typically also don't go into these rom-com shows, which was a nice memory I could share with them. But that aside, again, I like the characters. I like Nagatoro. Naokun is a Chad. I'm always excited for Nagatoro.
He's not a Chad. I don't know what the hell you're talking
Don't worry.
about.
Nagatoro Chads will understand. When Naotokun becomes a Chad, they'll know. But I'm gonna give this something that I might offend some people. It's not a 5. Don't worry, it's not a 5. Season 2 is gonna be 5. This one is going to get a 4.5 out of 5. I really enjoyed a lot. Like,
that's
I enjoyed
fucking
it.
ridiculous.
I enjoyed
That
everything.
is-
I respect
is-
this decision.
The
No,
only reason
I'm
I
with
didn't
you.
give it-
You do it. 4.5.
The only reason
all
I
the way.
didn't give it anything higher, again, the first episode, extremely rough to get into, so I understand why I should not give it 5, because that's something, it's rough. But again, there is heart in the series, and I think they really did the adaptation justice, in my opinion.
Good.
But that's my rating.
I won't deter you. I'm just saying that's wild.
Yeah, you're lucky. I almost said 4.7, but I caught
If you
myself.
said 4.7, I would have actually started listing out shows that you ranked lower than that.
Actually, let me hear that if I had given it a 4.7.
No. So you have locked in your number now. You cannot change it. But if you did give it a 4.7, you would have ranked it over Haikyuu. You would have ranked it over One Piece Alabasta. You would have ranked it over Death Parade. You would have.
That's a tough one.
You would have ranked it over Porco Rosso.
Definitely.
You would have ranked it over Death Note. Ranked it over One Piece, the original East Blue Saga. Ranked it over Castlevania. Ranked it over.
I see Castlevania.
And it's just a tenth of a point below what you would have rated. What you rated Kaguya, Love is War.
They're pretty funny to me. Both of them, actually.
Kaguya is way better though. Anyway, guys, who's next? Garb,
Next, next, we're watching one with the patrons. By the time this episode comes out, I think we will have already watched it.
We'll probably have already watched it, but
we're watching motherfucking Hamtaro, Adventures in Ham Land.
Why did you pick
Let's
that?
go.
I don't know what I feel like. This is my worst fear. That's a slice of life for hamsters, right? I don't know. It just dawned on me. It just dawned on me. I'm gonna suffer next week.
I don't know anything about this movie.
Hamtaro's great. I don't know.
I remember
what
the
you're
opening.
about.
I remember it was on Toonami.
I remember I watched Hamtaro when I was but a wee lad. I don't remember anything about it though.
Pano, you can't slander Hamtaro.
Look, all I know is that they're in Ham Land. There's probably a point to it. Not a big point, but there's probably a point to it.
Pano, I don't know.
Somebody
we're gonna find out
picture.
soon.
That's me coping with the fact that I'm probably not. Yeah, I'm seething right now.
Pino, fucking give us an outro so I can go make food. I'm
all right.
dying.
Well, all of us got sent to detention because of our art.
Fuck!
I deserve this.
So, yeah.
Kirby with a penis is art.
Well, art is subjective, so I guess I'll give you that. The one who is drawing more Kirby with penises, well, that's Chuck.
Guys, I'm a master at my craft. No one can stop me.
Can't believe this. The one taking notes on this creation being unfolded, well, that's Garb.
Excellent shading on the veins there. Very delicate.
Maybe that wasn't the best thing to do. And the one giving them the Superintendent Chalmers look from the Steamed Hams video, well, that's me. That's Pino. What are we even doing here? What's going on? Why are you doing this? Why are you drawing? We have been the Funky Anime Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. If you want to follow us some more, do it. That's all I'm gonna say. If you don't, that's fine with me too.
Listen next time for more controversies.
Absolutely, and tell your mom you love her.
Bye.
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 Can we outro as Bye forever now?
It's gotta be now. Okay, I stop.
Yeah.